Sunday dinner, episode 98. We're back after a long hiatus. We're going to be looking a little different tonight going forward. Subtraction, division, multiplication, addition, all that shit. Anyway, Rome's not going to be here tonight. He's at some event. We'll get into Rome and some shit later. Bianca's here. We have a special guest host. So let's get into everything. It's the how can we describe her? What's a good adjective to use for her? Phenomenal. The one and only
First Lady.
Miss Bianca Tate.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Good
You're
evening.
too kind. How are you all? I miss you all.
Miss you too. It's like we've been separated by a bunch of natural disasters.
Yeah. Yeah. But we made it today. That's all that matters.
Doing Jello shots.
Take some for me.
Red and blue for the holiday.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay, there you go. Your little what's inside of it?
Just lemonade. We're not drinking.
Oh, well, that's
You know. No. My off days are Saturday and Sunday, so I get it in from Friday till Sunday. So. Yep.
Okay. Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, because I work Monday. I have the radio show, and then I have to work at like 8. So I'm up.
Huh.
Yep.
That's weird. So we're gonna bring in the guest host for this week, and then we're gonna figure out. You can't hear nothing. Figure out why Skurlock can't hear anything. But hey, let's give a big Sunday dinner round of applause to Sko Dollar.
What's the business? We the business. Y'all already know it's your boy Pro Dollar, aka I am Maurice _ Everett. Thank you so much, Sunday dinner. I appreciate being here, y'all, for real.
Hey, shit, you already know. Welcome.
It's an honor to be here.
Because it's on there. They're TV 12, right?
Yeah, start when you started the show.
Okay. Let's see here. Skurlock can't hear, so we're gonna try to figure this out. But we're gonna start it. Sko, how has your week been?
Oh man, thank you for asking. My week has been challenging, but it's been a good week. Had a solid podcast last week. I have a podcast called I Am Me Podcast 2.0. I was blessed enough to interview Sean Dale from Raw Radio. Had a really good interview. That was middle of the week, beginning of the week. Daughter growing up on me. You know how young ladies become young ladies. You know, we going through that now. So that's been challenging all week. Honestly, bro. That's been a challenging thing all week. And just handling the restaurant to my landscaping business and trying to book these podcasts. It's just been very busy, man. Thanks for asking.
Oh, hell yeah. Whoa. You definitely one of the busiest people that I've ever met in my life. Like
Yeah, man,
you be honest. You just be going. Go.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I used to think I was a workaholic, but now I think I just like making new money every day.
Okay.
If it's a difference between the two, I think I just like getting new money every day. I'm addicted to the new money thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's expect with the new money thing. It's like it's more of a motivating thing. You know, you get used to the money coming in, and that just becomes like your regular shit. You know, you depend on that. That's already spoken for, and then you get that high off that new money, so to speak, because it's like, hey, it's new money. I don't really got nothing that I gotta go to right away. So it's something I could save or play with or whatever.
It just to be honest with you, man, it's like if you put in enough work, you'll be able to have those, little what do you say, boost or those little like opportunities where you can come up, but you got to put in a lot of work to do anything, man, especially when it comes down to business and stuff like that. So it's a good thing to have those positions, but it comes from a lot of hard work, yo, for real.
Oh yeah, well, we're happy to have you here.
Thank you
Uh,
for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
welcome to the shit show. Like I said in the group chat earlier, some of you may be wondering why I'm wearing a life vest. We'll get to that in a minute. Bianca, as you start your week,
Yes.
we're gonna
Yes.
refresh. So take longer in 13 seconds this time. Bianca,
No
how was your week?
worries. No worries. Well, my week, Monday through Friday, I'm on 107.3 VIP for their
There you
midday
go.
show. That's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Also, I'm on WDAV on Thursdays nights. So I've been doing that. Um, let's see.
Don't be
Oh,
starting on us, B. Don't
Juneteenth.
be starting on us, B.
Stop it.
Radio
Stop it.
killer.
Stop it.
Okay,
No.
hang on.
Juneteenth, I went to the Juneteenth celebration in Maryville at their community center on Broadway. That was
Yep.
a nice event. So I was there with the radio station as well. That night, I was at the Cypher event thrown by Critical Diverse and King Illy. So shout out to all of the artists that participated. Sinatra's hosted the event. Um, Saw Cliffo, he performed as well as Rome. Shout out to True Lenore and Emphatic. The ladies were there. Keisha even got on stage too, did her thing. Shout out to Susie, she was there. So just an overall great event. What else have I been doing? Shout out to Young Dink. Hollered at him. He said he always try to catch the podcast. I was like, oh, thanks. So shout out to him. I was able to cook dinner today, and now I'm here
What
with
you cook?
y'all on Sunday dinner. I
What
had
you cook?
I made baked pork chops. Did some mustard and turnip greens, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, and I did a peach cobbler.
That's what's up. My
Yeah.
mama told me
Okay,
she made some
okay.
wings today.
Did that, and let me tell you why. Because I work also doing radio stuff. I do have a regular 9 to 5 from like 8 to 5. So during the week, I'm really telling my kids, you could do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You have free reign in the kitchen. Just clean up after yourself. So I don't really get to cook or whatever. So I wanted to cook them a nice big full meal or whatever today. So I'm happy I was able to do that.
How's your week, Skurlock?
Pretty high,
Can you hear us?
pretty goddamn high. Sent out this hot ass heat. It's staying high. That's about it.
What's the temperature like out there?
Today, the high was supposed to be 113. Don't know how high it got, but that was what was supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
Well, it's 111 now.
Yeah, it's 111 right now. At
Oh, they said the high is 112.
112 it hit.
I'm getting hot just thinking about that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
It was kind of a chill week, slow chill week. Trying to get back in motion, shit like that. It's been summer came out of nowhere. Vegas has been relatively cool. Like they just went 297 days without hitting 100 degrees. That's the longest streak like ever.
Wow.
So fucking, and then there's like, guess what, motherfuckers?
We
It's
back.
108, 109, 110, 112. But we went up to Mount Charleston yesterday. It's like anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees lower. We got up to like 7,250 feet, the elevation up in the mountains. So it was nice and cool. We were up there chilling, smoking, fucking. It was like a whole nother fucking climate. So that was dope. But as we were coming down the mountain, as they come, pause, it started heating up real quick. And if once the hundreds hit in Vegas, if you ever been to Vegas, the hundreds are here. And nighttime, it might get down to like 90, at night. But it's not as hot as everybody would think it would be. There's a difference between the dry height and the humidity, the dry heat and the humidity. So, like earlier, it was like 109, and I went and sat on the stairs outside because it's still bearable. It's not like that wetness and heat mixed in.
The
Because of the humidity. Yeah. But it's we've taken a hiatus. We've done like one show in the last 2 months. Everybody's been kind of rolling around life, taking care of some shit. So we're back for the most part. This is episode 98. We got a bunch of shit coming. Of course, yeah. Hi, Indy. Indy's potting. Indy's potting somewhere else right now.
I told you to tell Andy what I said. I was gonna buy him out.
I heard you the other day. But Indy, if you let me know, we can send you a link. Anyway, like I said, Rome's not here tonight. He's out doing ballhead shit, I believe. Shout out to Troche. She dropped the album yesterday.
Shout out.
I believe it was yesterday, the 1st. Happy anniversary to the Vault. Villain Radio and Hollow Gang put that out last year today. Let's see what else. I guess we could just get into the fucking last motherfucking couple months just been fucking filled with all types of fucking, I don't even know what you want to call it. Crazy shit, weird shit, whatever shit. Aliens in Vegas.
Yeah.
Usually this little section of the show got all types of shit we talk about, but we don't really know. Like when you don't do when you do a show every week like we usually do, and then you take a hiatus like we did, it's kind of hard to come back and talk about your week because it hasn't been a week. It's been a lot of days. So, like I said, everybody's just been squaring away shit in life, and for the most part, getting emotion back going and shit like that. But you know what time it is? It's time for us to get into the shit. So go ahead and grab your plates because it's time to get into it. Yeah. Lunch just happened. Jello shot, cheers, all that good shit. But let's start with some stupid shit before we even get into the fucking serious shit. Some billionaires decided to go down to the Titanic in a motherfucking carbon fiber and titanium spun fucking tube.
Right.
And they died quicker than this inflated.
So they did die.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They died.
Yeah.
They died.
Okay.
Pressure cooker.
Real quick. What's funny because like if you talk about like Titanic experts, like James Cameron is somebody who like for real like seriously comes to mind. Not only did he make the fucking movie that I went on a date twice to when it came out and fell asleep both times. That relationship didn't last much longer after that movie. That movie was longer than a relationship. Fuck.
Two VHSs. Remember when it came out? You had two tapes with it.
The old school people like ourselves. 2 VHSs. Yeah, it was like the first one ended, and that's when you got some more popcorn, and you went to the bathroom, and then you popped in the second one. But anyway, like James Cameron is like one of the foremost experts on the Titanic, and they were interviewing him. He's like, they were fucking stupid. Man, not in those words, but that's basically what he said. He's like, yeah, that whole design, the whole idea of that design is just like, no, it's not, no. Like they shouldn't even, they went down, I believe it was twice before, that submersible. But it's, I don't know if you guys seen what this thing looks like, it's just like a floor, a screen, a keyboard, and a mouse, and a fucking like an Xbox controller, like a Logitech Xbox controller, like a video game controller. That's for real what they were using to move this thing, and it moved like at like 5 miles an hour, which is underwater is very slow, like very slow. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? What Adam was like, Indy, you paying attention? I was like, huh, Stephen Amell, yeah, huh? Oh, so are you doing your other show and watching this at the same time? Anyway, what did he say? He said Ezra Miller, R. Kelly, and Donald Trump in the sub. And the ball headed me.
I'm not laughing at that.
I sold my soul for rock and roll. Got tired of that stop and go. The devil told me if you want it, take it, then you break the mold. I took it, yo, but now I can't break his hold. I'm smoking dro, snorting, blowing, fucking
Anyway, yeah, we could have put other stuff down there too, Indy. Stop being mean. So, Bianca, what would it take for you to go into a submersible down to the Titanic?
Nothing, because I don't care. I don't care. Like, you know, like I remember reading books about it and being like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But however you want to play, like if it just happened to hit the iceberg, or if it was like for insurance purposes and how it started the bank system or whatever, I don't care to see it. You know, it's down there. We know it's, you know, decayed. It's over 100 years old. Who cares? I don't need to go there. No, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
and Indy, I'm not white, so you don't want it. So let's stop playing. Okay, let's stop playing here. Come
on. Yeah, I don't know what people's fascination is with the Titanic. It's like there's shipwrecks all over the fucking coastal United States, you know. So why ain't there a big frenzy about all those? Why don't they want to go explore those ruins? Probably because they're fucking haunted or some shit. Right. Yeah, I don't. There's like
nothing.
They looking for something, bro.
If I wanna go down underwater in a sub, I would have joined the Navy. Okay, I would have joined the Navy. That's what I would have done. I would have joined the Navy, and I would have got paid to do that shit. They paid $750,000 to kill themselves.
And signed a waiver. Signed a waiver.
That had to be the most expensive suicide ever.
Oh my god!
Like it's like yeah. It would have been cheaper. Would have been cheaper. Skull's like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
No, but you know what? I'm learning something here because I have no idea what a submersible is. A submersible.
It's basically something, a pressurized container
submarine.
that can go underwater.
Right.
Basically.
All right, something like a submarine. I know it's a submersible. I don't know what that is. They wouldn't even got me in that motherfucker just because I don't even know what that is. You feel me? Second of all, these people are looking for something, bro. I'm telling you. And only rich motherfuckers with money gonna be able to find what these people is looking for. In my book. It's
like they've already like you can't go down there. Like you can't scuba dive down there.
Pressure is too heavy. It's too much pressure, right?
When you're down there, I think it's what was it, 250,000 PSI per square inch. Like
your headaches.
Yeah.
200,000 tons or some shit of pressure per square inch.
Right.
You know, so I
think
let me just say this real quick, 25 square inches or some shit like that, or whatever, or 2,500 square inches, something like that. Basically, they have robotic fucking subs go down there and go through there and shit like that. And it'll like James Cameron has mapped out the Titanic like more than anybody else. Like he spent so much fucking money on doing this shit. So it's just weird what these people have these obsessions with. Like check it out. It costs the same amount of money to get in one of those fucking planes and go to the stratosphere and experience zero gravity. Like, I'd rather pay $250,000 to get in, take a plane to experience zero gravity than spend $250,000 to get fucking imploded. It's not even. At least they didn't feel anything. Okay, that's it was a fraction of a millisecond that it took for the implosion to happen, and it takes like 1.3 milliseconds for you to feel anything. It takes like 1 millisecond for your eyes to register whatever you're looking at, shit like that. So they're just started the descent. Next thing you know, that's it. That's it.
And now they're a part of the big circle of life because the fishes and the whales and the plankton and everything is just going to feast off of them. And then there you go.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, but seriously, that's what
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's they're feeding the life cycle.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like,
real. Man, these people
and bits and pieces of them. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever they go. But it gotta be and there's no way, bro. There's no way. Like, I think a cruise ship is too small for the ocean. And that's big as shit. Yeah. It's like a big city or a floating city.
Hotel or something.
Yeah. So it's like there's no way at all. I'm good. Like, I don't even like getting in pools because everybody pees in them. So let alone the ocean. Everything's in that motherfucker.
That shit is nuts.
Fucking it's everything from radiation from Japan to fucking bacteria to, man. Nope. I don't want to see none of that shit. And it's fucked up because they go down there in this tube thing, and the window on it's only like fucking. It's not even that big. So they got like take turns looking out, and it's dark as fuck. Like, so they're going down there to be like, I went down there. No, I wonder what the life insurance policy is for those rich people.
Like, does it cover it?
Would that be an accidental death?
Probably. You know. But I have seen suicide.
You could argue that it could also be gross negligence. But their family can't sue because they signed a waiver. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but everybody was rich anyway. So everybody on that thing had bread.
So their bread was probably going to the right place regardless. However,
They still ain't. If they can get.
And there was even a father-son from out here in Vegas that fucking declined getting on the motherfucker.
Good. The fuck.
Good for them.
Man, fuck the Titanic.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no way.
Straight up. Fuck Jack too. Fuck Jack. He done that too, man. Fuck all of that. Y'all is tripping. Yeah, let me give you $750,000 to go down here and see Jack dead ass. What's wrong with y'all?
He wouldn't even know that.
I could see Jack in the movie floating down. I don't need the fucking.
They're trying to find that necklace.
That's what I'm telling you. They're trying to find something. Gee, it just don't make no sense for nobody to go down there knowing that your fucking head will blow up. It don't even make sense for them to go down there and find anything in what they were in, because what they were in, they couldn't even see anything. Exactly. And they ain't got no arms to grab nothing and nothing.
They ain't got shit. They got a little window that they take turns putting their big billionaire dumbass heads in. Be like, look, it's dark.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They probably
down here than it is up top. Well, no,
that's probably them putting themselves through suffer. Like, I'm gonna get in this little tiny. Hey, I was in a little tiny room, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's what it is. What people with money, they want to be. They want to do shit that other people can't do, or not even other people with money, shit that they can't do. So, and that's one of them. Evidently, is to be a fucking idiot and try to go to the Titanic.
Hey, didn't some millionaires go to like the moon a couple months back or something like that?
They didn't go to the moon. They went to the stratosphere.
Oh, okay. What's the difference? Talk to me.
It's not as high. It's not a different rock, so to speak.
They were
You
still
go
on
high
Earth.
enough. Yeah, yeah. You're high enough where you could experience loss of gravity.
Okay, so my question is this. This is how I interpret this space thing. There's a rocket that goes up. When the rocket goes up, it explodes the other part of the rocket and leaves these people in space, correct? And then this space thing that they're in stays in space for a certain amount of time, and then it falls back down to Earth, correct?
That's yeah. When they go, the main rocket launches.
My wife looking at me like, boy, your ass sounds stupid.
Hey, Danielle. Hey,
I
girl.
said, hey, yeah. I'm trying to tell me if I know you know.
But
The
you
first
making
rocket,
sense though. Don't.
Come on.
the perfect the first rocket gets it out of the atmosphere
Okay.
and
Boosters.
gets the momentum going and boosts it up, and then once it detaches, then there's thrusters and everything on the main rocket or on the ship, the vessel, whatever you want to call it, the shuttle, whatever it is, and it flies itself to the International Space Station. I think there may be 15 to 20 years, maybe 25 left on the International Space Station before it's basically over. And that in itself is crazy.
So what is going to is just going to evaporate? What?
No, it's not going to evaporate. It's going to fall. It'll fall to Earth. They'll get it right to where it falls in some body of water. Probably somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Usually, but the Pacific Ocean is such a big body of water
So it
compared to
wouldn't,
all the other oceans.
it wouldn't disintegrate when it's coming
It-
back.
Its way
Or
down
is that a
as
possibility?
it hits the floor, as it comes to the Earth, it wouldn't
Bits
disintegrate.
and pieces of it will, but you
Oh,
got to think it was made to withstand certain shit because it's up in space.
got you.
So you got to figure it's getting hit with fucking space dirt.
Yeah.
Boy,
Boy, you smart.
fucking rock, or meteors and shit like that too. So it's for the most part it's kind of resilient. But it will suffer some type of burnage and shit like that when it does come back down.
That's dope. I just learned something today.
I like
But
this ride
even
on the
that-
Magic School Bus today.
Oh my life. It's good to learn,
But
man.
you got to think even of that people be up there. They had that guy, Scott Kelly or something like that. Those twin astronauts. He became like a senator or congressperson in fucking in Arizona, but he stayed up there for like a year, and his twin stayed down here, and they did the same medical test on these guys before he went and after he came back, and tried to see what the effects are, the long-term effects of being up there and shit. So, because you lose like bone mass, muscle mass and shit like that, the longer you're up there. You come back and you're not as strong as you were because there's no fucking gravity. So
They need to start sending convicts to outer space. Them niggas go to jail, come back stronger than they ever been. Come back monsters.
They just need to send them out there, and with enough oxygen for what their prison sentence is.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you get 4 years. Here's 4 years worth of oxygen. After
Them
they
motherfuckers come back
die.
looking scribbled and shit. Every person I've seen go to jail for a long time, them niggas come back looking healthier than they ever have. I'm like, what have you been eating, my boy?
The food's shitty as fuck for the most
believe
part, but it got to have all the nutrients that it's supposed to have because of the fucking, the government mandates and shit like that. So
So
you're
you gonna
getting,
get all them up.
your daily amount of everything you need to
And
get.
you gonna eat 3
And
times a
those
day.
people are bored, so they working out.
Yep.
So they come back with degrees and swole shit. So in some degrees that they're never gonna work in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, my homie said he became he got a degree in psychology, but he can't use it because he's a felon. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell you do it for then? He like just to kill time.
Yeah, and most places will give you most places will give you time off with each degree.
Exactly. Do these programs, they give you 30 days, 2 years, or I know when I was in a halfway house and shit, I was taking programs to get 20 days off, 30 days off, that type of thing. So I know it's going on a higher level.
Oh,
so
hell
like
yeah.
I asked him, I'm like, why would you practice this? Or why would you do that? You like, man, just to kill the time at the time. I knew I couldn't come
Especially
out and
if
use
it's if they're able to do it at no cost. So,
yeah.
oh damn, Bianca, shots fired.
Who's Ralph? Ralph, the singer with
Yeah.
guitar? No. I like him. I like him bald. No.
He bald with a beard.
Hello, it's a
Oh,
thing.
shit. Like you haven't learned that yet, Indy. But yeah,
It's a thing.
I'm not going to space. I'm not going under the water like that.
No.
There's too many under the water's a whole different world. There's a bunch of fucking species that we've never seen before.
Bro, when you ain't got no problems in your life, you just start looking for dumb shit to do. Them rich motherfuckers ain't got shit else to do.
I got enough problems right now that I don't need.
I got enough problems on land, my boy, to be
Like the guy who tight ropes on skyscrapers. Like,
come
for
on.
What? For what?
Bro, you know what's going on down here on this land?
It's for the adrenaline rush, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Get
There's
a motorcycle, man.
So no, you will not catch me in a submersible of any kind.
Submersible. I still don't know what it means.
Basically, a pressurized.
I got it.
to go underwater.
Yeah.
Because it's like an airplane. You know, the airplane has to be pressurized.
Okay.
So it's the same thing with anything going underwater, but it has to be more pressurized. So if there's even a pinhole anywhere in this fucking submersible, death trap, whatever you want to call it,
Did they even do a test run?
They
went 3 times.
Before.
That was his third time.
Yeah,
third
twice.
time's
Yeah,
a charm.
yeah. Third time is full of harm. That motherfucker was just like, you know what? That's not even enough time for your life to flash before your eyes.
Hell no, bro. Like, you can't even.
That's not
It
even.
didn't register.
You said like 1.3 milliseconds or something.
It's yeah. It's basically it's just a bunch of microscopic body parts feeding the. That's what it is.
They just some rich ass cool.
Sherlock, what's the word, my baby? You all right?
Oh man, 100.
That's what's up. How Vegas treating you?
That's how I'm treating Vegas.
Damn.
I feel that.
That's how I'm
Yo,
treating.
you happy to be in Vegas? Is Vegas happy to have me in Vegas? Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, hey, you gotta come through.
Yeah, but it's yeah, no submersibles. I'm cool. I like the land.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't like getting no lot lower than sea level, no higher than fucking what we were at 7,000 feet yesterday.
I almost went to 11,000.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, we are high as fuck.
What you said you was up there doing? It was a different climate. Where you was at?
Mount Charleston. It's about 45 minutes to an hour north of Vegas, northwest of Vegas.
And it's in the mountains.
Yep. Well, yeah, the name's Mount Charleston.
Yeah, of course.
No audio. No audio. Dirkio, no audio.
You looked again?
No audio. Let me see your headphone.
See what?
Your other headphone.
Oh. Okay, thanks. So yeah. It's about an hour northwest. And it was hot yesterday. It was like 109. So we're like, yo, let's go up to the fucking mountain. Take the drive up there. Roll up.
Weed up there.
Dope as fuck, you know. Beautiful views. And it was 70, what, got down to 74?
Yes,
74 degrees. And shit, it was nice. And let me tell you about our experience at Smashburger yesterday. What is with customer service or the lack there of customer service nowadays? Every place you go now, they want a fucking tip, right? They ask for, no matter what you do, they ask for a tip.
Yep.
Really?
It's called gratuity, my boy. I just found out what it means. Y'all can gratuit your ass up out of here. You know what I do, man? I go out. We go out. Me and my family. I ain't gonna lie to you. We eat out a lot. We probably need to cook a whole lot more, but we eat out a lot. And I'll let the waiter take their tip away. I'll put $10 on the table. Every dumb shit they do, I take $1 away.
That makes sense.
And you know which waiters I hate?
Not
The
bad.
ones that come up and be like, what can I get for you? And then I'll be like, you gonna write it down? They be like, no, I got it. And I'll be like, you gonna write it down? They be like, no. And they take everybody order and they come back and the shit be wrong.
Aww.
Hey, so we go to Smash Burger yesterday, right? So we go to Smash Burger, and we in there, and we're like, we ordered the shit. What other one shut off now? So, neither one of us working. So we're over there. We ordered food, and we're sitting down, and Skurlock sees it first. He sees the burgers come out, and it's just burgers, no fries or nothing. And they're sitting there for like 5 minutes. And the fries come. And during this, while they're just sitting there, he's telling me, he's like, hey, I'm going to tell them we make the burgers. So we go. She brings the shit here. And he's like, what'd you tell him?
I said those burgers were sitting there 5 minutes before you added the fries, and you added the fries 3 minutes later. So I would like to have my burger and fries remade. She says, well, your burger was sitting up under the what is it, lights?
The lamp.
Yeah.
Those, the lamps.
The lamp.
So that goes to me that shows me that you don't care about my burger being fresh as long as it's hot. And then you want me to just have some fresh fries and an old burger, and I'm paying $33. No,
What?
Yeah, that's really cheap.
Yeah.
It's good food though. But yeah. So she comes and says, "Oh, you must be playing with me." And at that point, that lets me know it's bad customer service, and you shouldn't be arguing. And I don't argue with nobody else's bitches anyway. So that's what's that. And so now I'm asking. So she brings the manager. I wasn't asking for the manager. I was just gonna think the burger would be done, but the fact that the manager is here to just give me a refund, I would go elsewhere. I'm really picky about my service and how I was treated at customer service also. Because I talk to them with sense. If I get ignorant, then I get ignorant service. But when I talk to the person with sense and I get ignorant service, this is not an establishment that I need to partake in.
Basically.
Let me remove myself from this situation.
Yep. We
It's
left.
just this taco joint.
Hot dog place, Chicago, Whitney City Beef for Dogs.
Yeah.
And ate there, and it was fucking fire.
Gee, it's this taco place in Lake Station. It's a taco stand right on like Clay Street. Fucking tacos amazing. But I went up there. I go up there regularly. But the other day I go up there, I'm standing there for like 5 minutes. Nobody paid me no attention. Man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I like y'all tacos, but if you're not going to appreciate where your money coming from, you know what I'm saying?
What, right there in Clay Street in
Right
Central?
there, bro. Them tacos amazing, bro. I was standing for
Yeah,
5 minutes. They
my
was
nephew's
acting like
spot.
I wasn't even there. Huh?
My nephew's family owns it.
Yeah, shout out to them. Motherfuckers fire, but shit, you gonna recognize me if you want my $10.
I'm gonna tell him too.
Yeah, and here's the craziest thing, because I run a Harold's Chicken, bro. So and I manage this Harold's Chicken, so I deal with customers all day long. So especially if I try to put out the best customer service, everywhere I go, that's what I'm looking at.
And and the customer service at Smash Burger yesterday was fucking smashed.
She was a little rat anyway. I was talking about how I was just smashing, and that's all I would do with it. And then she showed me what her worth was, just smash, and that was it. So
Yeah, she didn't have her wig on right or none.
yeah.
It was a bad purple wig too.
It was
One of
perfect.
them hoes, they crazy. Out
Yeah,
there.
it was. Yeah, so shout out to Smash Burger. Shout out to Windy City fucking Dogs and Beef or Beef
They
and
came
Dogs
up real.
or whatever the fuck that place is. Yeah, Beef and
Came
Dogs.
through.
Yeah.
And it was cheap.
Yeah.
I just got hungry.
All right. Bianca wants to get serious on some shit. So let's not get serious. We let her take the lead first before I start getting a smart ass about it.
Jeez.
Bianca,
Yes.
what did
Yes.
you want to get serious about?
Okay. So the Supreme Court of the United States of these Americas have repealed or have said that affirmative action in secondary education, college education can no longer be a factor. Um, I'm very hurt by that because I feel that I have benefited from affirmative action, and I feel that Clarence Thomas, as well as Ketanji Brown Jackson, I think that is her name, the new black Supreme Court justice. Yeah, I feel that they have been benefit benefited from affirmative action. So for
Yeah.
Clarence Thomas, who we all know is a butthole in so many ways.
He's an asshole. We're not. You could cuss on this show. I know it's been a while, but you can say,
Look, I'm not.
shit, fuck, kiss, pussy, cunt, all those words.
Goddamn coon is what he is.
You're a goddamn coon.
Yeah, so for him to be in agreement with the other justices on this matter when it's something that he benefited from, and we all know that, come on. So I just think that is horrible. But on the flip side, I think it's a chance for us to go to our historically black colleges and universities or our black-owned trade schools and whatnot, and to go that route if that's going to be an issue. So.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Yes.
In layman's terms, break that down for me. You said secondary school.
Yeah, colleges.
Affirmative action. Meaning
they can no longer use that.
What is that?
They cannot just give you a leeway because you're black, or they cannot have quotas to fill with black people or brown people or
is that
other
a law now?
It's a law that they took away.
Yeah,
repealed. Yeah, they took away.
So they took away a law that you have to have a certain amount of black people or a certain amount of people of color and all those different things. That law is gone for college now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the only places it really affected were like Ivy League schools, like Harvard and shit like that. Because to get into Harvard, you could be smart as fuck, and they're still not going to let you in. Because like they're gonna, it could be, all of us against some other person, and all of us could have better SAT scores, better transcripts all around, but somebody in this guy's family went, so they're a legacy. So they're going to get in over anybody else. So what affirmative action did was gave everybody that level playing field.
And I agree with that on a certain budget too, because I've seen this happen in different forms and fashion. Like if you from the family being in the business, and they get all their family and all their friends in the business, and there's people who probably deserve the position but don't get it because these guys get their friends and family in the business. I've seen this shit with my own eyes. You feel me?
Yep.
I've literally seen that shit.
Yeah. It's everywhere you look. Whether it's nepotism with bringing family aboard for shit, friends and family or whatever. But
then it's like, bro, I'd rather you call me a nigga in my face than bring me over there. And you understand what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like I'd rather you because like I be seeing people with Trump flags up and Trump ain't even running no more. He fucking lost. If you still got that shit up, you just basically saying you racist to me.
Yeah, it's their way to identify with each other. Yep. Like racism been around forever. That there's no argument against that. But they weren't so emboldened and emblazed by it as they were when Trump started to run and when he won. So
I don't even think he's racist.
The racism became so blatant. Before, there was a reason why the KKK wore the hoods. They didn't want to be known as a racist. Trump won. You flying that Trump flag, you're taking your hood off. Everybody knows that you're racist now. Yeah.
But I honestly don't think Trump is racist. I think Trump is classist. I don't think broke white people can hang out with Trump.
His whole everything.
I don't think he's racist.
Nobody broke can hang out with me, nigga. I'm $1 million person. I deal with $1 million people. I
Yes.
go in $1 million rooms. If you a $50 nigga, you can't come over here. That's an Illuminati situation. That's just
That's
how I
not no
look at it.
racist shit. I actually thought that was some shit you was saying you fuck with. Because I was fucking with what you were saying.
What you mean?
Shit, everything you said just made sense to me.
Thank you.
That's
That's
my
what I'm
motto.
saying.
So
He's done things, major things that could show that could
Make a lot of sense to me too, Jay.
make a good argument that he's racist. Most of the companies that he hires to work on his properties and he doesn't pay and ends up getting
that
sued
don't
by
mean you racist.
is
Niggas do that shit too.
Yeah, rich
but
motherfuckers. That just mean he rich. Most rich
Yeah.
motherfuckers, some tight ass motherfuckers. That
yeah.
see. Here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Ville. You my nigga 100%.
But it's even that's how his family got money.
Exactly.
It
They
all
know the
came
law,
up
bro.
from like project buildings.
Yep.
That is what it was. So
Trump
what they
built
would
his
do-
first casino in New York, and the man didn't have to pay taxes on it until like last year, 2 years ago. He's had this casino for 20, 30 years.
Oh, that
He
casino's
hasn't had
gone.
to
He bankrupted that shit.
until last year, 2 years ago. But
Yeah,
you
he
can't be
bankrupted.
upset with a person who know how to press
Yes.
buttons and dot the I's, right?
For somebody who claims to be such a big, such a good businessman, he bankrupts everything he touches. Look what he did to Gary. Like he's like, give me this riverboat license. I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this for the city. I'm gonna build this big old hotel. I'm gonna build all this shit.
Give me the money. I'm gonna put it in his
Motherfucker.
LLC name. It's not gonna be in Donald Trump name. It's gonna be in his LLC. Give this LLC
He
this
didn't even
money.
stay
and
there
I'ma
long enough to do any of the stuff he said. He's like, yo, I'm gonna bring the Miss America pageant or the Miss USA pageant or whatever pageant it is for X amount of years. Yeah, he brought the pageant there the first year and the second year. They did it at the Genesis Center, but everything else that these bitches did were in some other city.
Yeah.
It was either in fucking Chicago or Maryville. Like they're all staying. They all
Atlantic
stay
City.
Yeah, because don't forget that big hotel. That big hotel right off 61st was popping. What was that? That it got knocked down.
Yeah.
Star
Radisson.
Plaza, Radisson.
Yes, Star Plaza. Yeah.
Yep. That shit used to be booming.
So once he's seen that he got what he wanted out the deal, then he was like, all right, I'm gonna try to cash out, bounce. And that's when he got rid of the boat. And remember, the boat became the Majestic Star 2. So the people who owned the Majestic Star ended up buying that boat and that license, and fucking that was that. That's all history anyway, because now that the Hard Rock's there and kicking ass.
I think
So-
it is. And he's
he's
a great businessman.
What everybody was able to do was able to display their, and it's weird because all these mega Trump fanatics are all people not even in his demographic. They're fucking poor white people that live at or below the poverty line,
Or Mexicans.
They're misled,
Weirdly.
bro, because y'all cannot hang out with Trump. You
Yeah.
broke white people. I'm telling you, he's not gonna let you in.
and the ones who make money that like him only like them because he passed a $1.9 trillion tax cut package.
And then think
That was
about it,
only
bro.
for the top 1%. So
And every black artist that I seen that supported Obama when Obama was coming, we seen Diddy behind him, Jay-Z behind him, Jeezy behind him. All of these guys was behind this man to get him in office. As soon as he got in office, he became a super Democrat, meaning everybody with a lot of money got to give us a lot of money back. So when Trump is in office and a rich guy like Trump is in office, you ain't gonna see nobody say nothing. But these rich people want him in office because he know how to keep the fucking money, bro.
yeah,
He know how to keep the money.
yeah.
He know how to make sure rich people stay
Notified
rich.
tax cuts for the top 1% and
Obama?
shit like it. No, Trump.
Uh,
So it's it was easier for the upper middle class people to vote for him. They're like, oh, I'm not racist, but he's saving me a bunch of money.
Exactly. That's exactly where I'm getting to, big. That's exactly what I'm saying, Rob.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this shit is about money, bro. And a lot of people have, and it's about money and information over money, to be honest. Because if you know enough information, you can go get some motherfucking money just off the information, you know. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is about money and information, and a lot of information has been hidden from my demographic or hidden from young Americans.
Well,
like
here's
I
the
feel
thing:
like
it's not
Generation
even
X.
that it's hidden. It's just people aren't looking for it.
That's a fact. Now it's in your face, though. I feel like now information is everywhere.
Everybody is so fucking we're all trained that we can't attain it, so we don't look for it. Even before the internet, all these years we could have went to the library to figure out most of this shit.
That's a fact.
But it's just something that we didn't even think about because we didn't think there was a chance to do something like that.
Mm-hmm. This dude Nipsey Hussle said, "You can look a gift horse in the face and not know what you're looking at." And he was talking about how the internet has empowered everybody to become amazing providers and amazing business people and shit like that.
But what it's also done, it's I tell this to my nephew all the time. Like, yeah, it's there's a lot of ways to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, there's a lot of ways to do it. But all those ways to do it, there's a shitload of work behind it. And that's what people don't understand. They'll see these people on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or what have you that fucking got rich through drop shipping, or they got rich through fucking doing fucking some logistic transportation shit in a Sprinter or shit, you know, or whatever the new, you know, every 6 months there's a new thing people are doing now that you could get rich off of, or you don't get rich, you live comfortably. You know, what started this for our I don't want to say, it's hard to say our generation because I'm a little bit older than you guys, but it was barbers. You know, in the last 10 years, the barber industry has fucking exploded.
That's a fact.
Everybody became a fucking barber, which is cool, you know, because you work for yourself. My barber back home, shout out to John, Classic Barbershop in Griffith. He's been cutting my hair since 2009. All right. He makes his own hours. He easily makes 6 figures a year.
Easily.
You know? He takes a bunch of vacations every year. And it's cool, but you don't think about shit like that, you know, because we came up and if you wanted to live comfortably, you had to play basketball, you had to be a rapper or a producer.
Talk your shit, Bill.
You know, it's not. I've always been an advocate. Not everybody's good for college, right?
That's right.
But go learn a fucking trade. Go learn to fucking weld. You know how much welders make? Go learn to be a fucking plumber. If you don't want to route out old fucking plumbing systems and get shit water on you, move somewhere where the construction industry is booming, like Vegas or Phoenix, you know, shit like that, and do new plumbing. You go into a new house.
Be a locksmith.
Locksmith, fucking heating and air, HVAC guys. You know, electricians, painters, carpenters.
All of that shit you saying is fucking seriously true. These people don't want to do shit.
It's all a trade. It's all union, and they'll pay for you to get at least your associate's degree in anything. You don't got to go to be a fucking just a construction, you know, associate's degree, you know, or whatever degree that would be. But you know, you could study whatever, you know. But it's people just want to go do what is glamorous looking, you know, and it's led to an overabundance in certain shit. You know, there's a lot of barbers now. There's a shitload of barbers now, and they're all charging $50 fucking dollars, and not all of them deserve to be able to charge $50.
No,
you know.
But here's the thing. Growing up in these neighborhoods, just like you say, bro, everybody wants the glorious. This shit ain't just starting now, because these kids now in this generation, they don't want to work for shit. But when I seen people in my neighborhood pimping girls and they was making money, I'm like, maybe I should do that. When I seen niggas selling coke and selling weed, I'm like, maybe I should do that. when I see niggas breaking in and doing this and going and steal copper, I'm like, maybe I should do that. That's because in these neighborhoods that we from, bro, most of the times we are great followers. I was an amazing follower. I'm not ashamed to say who I was because of who I am today. But I was an amazing follower to the point where any and everything I seen happen or work for everybody else, I did that. And it took me 30 years to really figure out what I was into. And the reason because of that is not like my dad. My dad wasn't just vacant out my life, but he really did give me direction. And a lot of these kids and people who grew up with me didn't have parents to give them direction. Like my mom would say, son, I'm going to give you a pickup truck when you grow up. I'm going to give you a pickup truck because I don't want them niggas in the car with you, right? And I'd be like, I ain't getting no pickup truck. She's like, no, I'm getting you a pickup truck because I don't want them niggas in the car with you. Okay, I turned 30 years old. I bought my first pickup truck. I have made more money than I've ever had in my life with a pickup truck. But my mother could only tell me, I don't want them niggas in the car with you. If my father was there, he could have said, son, I don't want them niggas in the car with you. And with that pickup truck, you can make money every single day of your life. Somebody got to move. Somebody got to do this. Somebody got to do that. Because there's a step missing there that my mama can't teach me. And it ain't nobody there to say, I ain't had no electricians in my neighborhood, in my family. I ain't had no motherfucking plumbers in my family. I ain't had no pipe fitters in my family. I ain't had none of that. So I'm out here trying to figure out who I am. And don't forget all this shit I'm watching is what's encouraging me to become more fucked up and to find my way in jail and everything like that. So, this shit, it's a full circle, bro. But it's so much opportunity out here, but it be so many men and so many people to give that fucking direction that's gone or feel like it's not worth their time to get information because they ain't gonna listen, that we gonna stay where we at, bro.
Yeah, and
I ain't never seen as many young people asking for money at the gas station in my life.
And going back to the whole glamorous thing, they would rather not work and miss. I might miss out on something going on. I can't work at the weekends because I'm gonna miss whatever going on. No, man, that's not how it goes. You don't need to be out for everything. You don't need to be. That's.
Bill, would you have listened? Would you have listened?
No.
That's the fucked up part, bro.
But here's the thing. I was out. By the time I was 11, 12, I was already committing crimes. My generation was a little different. The generation now was the indoors, generation. A lot of them have both parents and they get what those parents didn't get growing up, whether they deserve it or not. So, but I was out doing shit while the older people in my family had the opportunity. Like I had one of my great uncles was an electrician. My grandfather was a glazer, fixed windows, did glass shit with glass, shit like that. But they didn't pass none of that on. And I was already in the streets making money that I didn't give a fuck about that type of money because I was already a kid making money what they were making.
Right.
So it's like I was a teenager fucking stealing cars. Like, why would I want to go to school or learn a trade where I'm making more money than my dad.
But that was that influence around you.
Exactly.
Stealing cars by yourself because you didn't know where to take them cars until you met Leroy.
So it was it's a little bit different. They don't have to like look at all in the last 3-4 years. We've seen an explosion in the numbers of carjackings, high-speed fucking chases, and these kids are doing it for fun.
That's a fact.
They're just going around, and if they get away, or even if they don't get away, or even if they don't get caught, they'll just ride around for a while, crash into something, and leave the car.
I'm like, where are y'all taking these cars? Ain't nobody stripping cars and shit like that no more because they got GPS and everything.
Parking them in the alleys and shit.
Yeah, they just
say what?
Do it.
They parking them in the alleys and shit.
Like there was
parking them in the bandos and shit.
They ain't getting no money though. They not getting no money, right?
No, they just riding around.
They're doing it for clout.
They
doing it for clout.
Goofy.
They on social media.
You talk like the Kia boys and shit. Who they talking about? All them guys stealing all these
like
cars.
That. Yeah. Whether it was with the Kias, whether it was with the Hellcats, bro. There was a whole ass dealership in LaPorte that they got like 4 or 5 cars. They went there. They got those cars specifically to go on a high-speed chase. It's insane. Like when I was doing it for money.
Right.
Like I was getting
that's the difference.
paid.
I don't
These
understand.
motherfuckers out just doing it to put it on social media, to get likes and shares, to be infamous. That's what it is. It's a notoriety that they're looking for. It's a moment fleeting in time that they want to capture, and they don't understand that it's nowhere near worth it.
And the crazy thing is like, but Stillville, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm very happy with like the time I grew up. I'm growing up. I grew up in and I'm living in. Because if you think about it, bro, we done seen absolutely everything. Like I done seen my president get head in the office. I done seen weed become legal. I done seen AOL turn into Facebook. I done seen the Nokia turn into the iPhone. I done seen a black president. I done seen all kind of shit. My mama done seen JFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. It's just that was her time. You understand what I'm saying? Like to live in the times. I didn't see newspapers disappear. I didn't see payphones disappear. So I appreciate the time I live in.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely appreciate it.
For real.
Definitely appreciate it. But it's crazy to see kids that were just raised on the new shit. And how fucked up just the first generation is, and then the second generation is a little dumber. It's like inbreeding. Each generation is a little fucking worse.
Yeah, it is, bro. I feel like, and I'm saying, I'm speaking from a place not to like down these generations, but hopefully that the ones in, because it's not all of them. Like all of my generation, I feel like my generation is some of the most hardworking people.
Not all of them at all.
Yeah, but it's most of them. When it's most, bro. Listen, I remember I came back from Atlanta. I came back from Atlanta. I went to the library. I was filling out applications, getting my resume together, everything. These little girls was in the library. They was all maybe like 14, 15, like 6 of them. All these girls was talking about was pussy and eating pussy and all this pussy. And they was little girls, and Nicki Minaj had just went crazy and all. And I'm like, damn. And then my little brother in Atlanta was eating pussy at 15 and shit like that. I'm like, yo, y'all generation crazy, dog. Like, y'all nuts.
No, it is.
It's in the chicken nuggets.
I'm
telling you. These kids, it's in the fucking chicken nuggets, bro. I'm telling you.
It's not even the chicken nuggets. It's in the fucking, bro.
It's who they're around. It's who they're around.
Kids eat hot Cheetos when they're fucking 2 years old.
Because my children are as lame as my oldest. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not to say he's, you know what I'm saying? He's a square. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
and I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that's all about like the environment you are brought up in. You know what I'm saying? Different people see different things. Some have more trauma than others.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the generation before, like I think our generation is just now trying to seek help and trying to get over trauma and being more aware of it and trying not to pass it down. But you know, the generation before us, they're just like
because parts of the population will fucking embrace therapy and start to conquer their demons, but the other half of the population still looks down on you for doing it.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
So nobody thinks it works with this new generation.
Yeah.
It really sucks, bro, that you have to. It really sucks that you got to live so much life and do so much wrong shit in order to get to a place where you want to be comfortable or you want to just be like you. Dog, it's just so fucked up, that you until you want to listen type shit. Like he listened until he was in his grave type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like my mom used to say, boy, you wasn't gonna be happy till you got a
hard head make a soft bottom.
I swear to
I don't know if y'all motherfuckers are ready for this right here. Okay. I don't even know how to explain this right now. I don't even know how to intro this motherfucker into the show right now. So we're just gonna fucking bring him in. Fucking
Yo, what's goody?
Yo.
Oh,
he come in with the
I
tie
got-
and titties
I
out.
made sure I got dressed for Sunday dinner today.
Yeah, sir. What's up, my boy?
Oh my
How you
god!
doing today, Bianca?
Full screen on him.
How are
Hey,
you?
this has
That's
been
the
the greatest
question.
episode of Sunday dinner I've watched.
You lying.
No, you might not be.
You
I'm
might
doing fantastic. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm fully acclimated to Wisconsin.
I love
Why
the
is that?
fact
Why
that
do you
your
feel that
skin
way?
complexion and your hat match. There's something about that. I thought you were
You look
actually
light
wearing a
skinned.
coat
You look like you found
or
whatever
sweater.
Charlemagne found. Whatever Charlemagne found, you like you found it. Because you look a little light, my boy.
And his wife done told him he had to get off and put a shirt on.
He got in trouble.
Light skinned now.
Yeah.
Hey, he was role
He got in
playing with the
trouble.
old lady, and he was a slave running away, and he just got caught. That's why he just disappeared.
He was role playing. Hey, I remember one day I was role playing. I had this little hat I used to cut grass and shit in. I come in. My wife like, hey, slave. I'm like, slave? I'm a fucking cowboy, lady. What's wrong with you?
Taking notes.
And she black too. What the fuck did you think of a slave? What the
I'm like,
fuck?
damn. Oh, you went straight to me being a slave? I'm the cowboy to come save the day first.
All right.
He could at least called you Django. Shit.
Come on, man. She went straight to,
That's a
hey,
wonderful-
slave.
That's a wonderful
Hilarious,
love
dude.
story.
Fucking hilarious. That's a true story, too.
Well, of course, Indy would show up for 3 minutes in a tie and
Butt
a
ass
straw hat.
naked with a tie on.
I'm sure he'll be back. He's probably messaging me on Facebook saying something, but I ain't got Facebook open. But anyway, as we were saying, yeah, it's anything that there's. Hold on. Can't start talking about anything because, he had to get the lighting right.
Ooh.
Bro, it look like you working on your OnlyFans right now.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Hey, you the ugliest fucking scarecrow I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
You can't win, face ass.
Nah, it's all good. I fully
Get out the
acclimated.
game.
I fully acclimated to the Wisconsin lifestyle. This is dearly aware of a Wisconsinan. So
Wisconsinite.
yeah,
So
Wisconsinite.
it's other Negroes that look like you right this moment.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I'm actually dressed for work right now, and then we have to put like
In the
lotion-
field?
We
Where
have to
you
put,
work at Deja Vu?
Holiday Inn Express and Suites. I'm a night audit.
Okay.
So
You probably shouldn't have just said that, but whatever.
Man, they gonna come in like, what dude with the shirt off at?
it's all good. And then you have to have sensitive skin relief lotion to put on your nipples so you don't get chafed. So it's pretty good. But I just wanted to say before I went to work, shout outs, get this man I am Maurice _ Everett. Give him his flowers for everything he has done from the time we saw him start potting to where he's at right now. Because he is doing amazing things, and this has been the most interesting pod that I have been listening to the point where I wasn't paying attention to what was going on my pod because I was listening to what y'all commenting and what y'all were doing. So I appreciate what y'all doing. Y'all keep the movement going. This is what, 98?
Yes, sir.
Not 98. That means 2 episodes from 100. God be good, because I saw how many times that this could have stopped or this could have ended, and y'all kept going. And look, it flows so well without Rome here. Just to let y'all know, now I'm gonna go put on my black leather thong and go make this money.
Okay.
Take the tail feather, King.
I'll let y'all.
All right.
Hey, let me just say something real quick. Hey, yo, congratulations on you guys having 98 episodes, man. I think you guys need a fucking round of applause. To be honest with you, man. 'Cause, you know, this is I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like you said,
But
And like Indy said, from where I started at to where I'm at now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be halfway where I'm at without being able to call Indy and be like, "Yo, Indy, what do I do here? What do I do there? What do I do here? What do I do there?" And it goes past that with me going to school for it and different stuff like that. But every time I was stuck, I called Indy, or every time I needed a logo or anything, I called him, and he always looked out for me. Or I had questions, he put me on, bro. When it comes out of this right here. And I'm a real one, so I ain't gonna never act like I did anything by myself that I didn't do. So shout out to Indy, and congratulations on y'all having 98 episodes. And I'm gonna say this, I'm sorry. I've been so inspired by you guys in this show since I seen it from the beginning. I've always wanted to be on it. I'm just working enough to be recognized at this point to where they like, all right, Sko, you want to come on? You feel me? I just wanted to stay relevant and doing what I was doing to actually be here, to be honest with you. So thank you, and y'all keep on working too.
appreciate
Aw.
it. Yeah, it's I'm about to hit 100 in a couple weeks. What I'm trying to do for that episode, I'm gonna try to have everybody that's hosted at some point be on. So try to have Drell here, Indy, Dre, who's try to get a little bit of everybody to jump on at some point in that night, and then we'll shift a little focus after that as we move on to the next generation, so to speak. But yeah, it's been it's a struggle to stay consistent, especially with a show with so many different people. Rome never knows when there's going to be some ball headed shit going on.
Y'all so funny with that ball.
It's so we never know. Sometimes there'll be last minute shit that he ain't going to be here. Bianca got kids, a job.
But I am off on weekends.
Yeah,
I am off on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm here.
Yeah.
If you'd have me.
So
I'm here.
we're getting back to it. We all been through a little bit of shit in the last 8 to 10 months, respectively. So everybody's starting to get kind of back centered a little bit to who we used to be. We're never gonna be that person again, and that's fucked up because we're all good people. That's not saying we're not good people now, but we weren't who we were before.
I'm a savage.
Who you lying to?
I don't give a shit.
savage.
Fuck these niggas. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck these
But,
niggas.
it's we're getting to it. The show's maturing a little bit, a little bit. So we're moving on, and moving up, going attacking a different demographics and shit like that. As we get older and our outlooks and shit change, so should our audience, because if not, that's where all the fucking haters, start multiplying. Oh, you changed this, you changed that, or whatever. That's one thing I never understood when people talk shit about their favorite musical artist, about they changed the shit. Yeah, man, you don't want that motherfucker sounding the same forever. What the fuck? I don't want to listen to that same album over and over and over and over. Like, grow, and I want to grow with you.
Very true. Very true.
That's why these kids scare me.
I feel you, bro. It's just maturity, man. Because it took me a while to figure this shit out, man. It took me, because,
I'm old as fuck, bro, and I still ain't got to figure it out.
And to be honest with you, it's not for us to figure out how these weird motherfuckers think either, Ville. Like,
no.
It's not for me to figure out how y'all do this.
That's what everybody gets caught up in. But that's the thing, though. I like to know. Like not that I like to know. It's
I like to know.
It's more deeper than that. It's like I have to know. I have to know. Like, why do you think the way you think like that?
Yeah.
Because everybody has to have a common ground. I'm all about the love. I hate racist piece of shit people. Like anybody that knows me. Like they know how I feel about everything. And everybody that's my show, we've discussed it, multiple times. But it's like you got to be the bigger person. Not just for yourself, but for the greater good of humanity.
Humanity. Yeah.
And
Bill, I started. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's the thing that comes with you can't even say it comes with age. It comes with wisdom because you gain that wisdom at a certain age. I just gained it recently, and I'm old as shit. So it's I didn't give a fuck about humanity when I was growing up. I was like, I'm not even supposed to be here now, so I don't give a fuck about humanity.
Yeah.
Now I look at it as I'm still here, and then you start giving a fuck.
Yeah. So I'm 35 years old. I just started therapy this year. Like not even this year, like in the last 3-4 months, I've been doing therapy. And dude, it's a lot of shit that you will close the door on and not revisit. But it's like when you go to these sessions or these therapy situations, these people are trained to open that fucking door up, right? So, like Bianca said at the beginning, this is the most aware time that we've ever been on, people trying to self-awareness or mental health. This is the most aware we've ever been as a people. I'm talking about not just black people, just as a people, period, right? This is the most time we've ever been so aware. So it's like with me being 35, now that I'm in these therapy sessions with my therapist, it opens up doors that I've never even wanted to reopen. And like I said, I know I'm probably 1 out of every 25 that go to therapy, especially young black men. Feel me?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people out here, bro, that got, and it's a lot of people out here that's fucked up, dog, and they. Just they old upbringing is the reason they so fucked up too. And if you don't want to fix it, if you don't have because now it's at a point now where it's like nobody should ever be home. I mean, nobody should ever be hungry because they're giving out food everywhere type shit. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that know about it's like you're not ignorant to the situation now because it's so relevant and it's talked about so much. Feel me? But a lot of people still don't want to, get that help, bro. So you dealing with a lot of hurt people. We just dealing with a bunch of hurt people.
It's dealing with the hurt people. It's pride. It's embarrassment. It's not knowing even where to start. It's not knowing even what resources are even available. Because everybody goes through some type of problem, but not everybody wants to talk about it. Everybody, it's so easy for everybody to be like, oh, it's fine. Even take social media. Social media has became people's diary. People feel more comfortable. They're you got X amount of friends on Facebook. You're really cool with a very small fraction, but you're not even calling those people. You're just posting to everybody, and then somebody will be like, oh, hit you up, hit me up, let's talk, or whatever, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't put this up for people to talk to me about it or whatever.
Exactly.
But it's as much as everybody wants to talk, they're still worried about the stigma that
of
you
talking,
can't, or especially men,
or what it's going to look like if you do.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially with men.
So you got to get to a point where you just don't give a fuck. Like I'm telling you, everybody who go to therapy and shit ain't gonna be like, yeah, I go to therapy, right? I don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, like who I am. I be around so many people, and I do podcasts, the radio shit. I talk to so many people that I would be doing I would be doing the people I run into a misguidance, not telling them that I do what I do or go through what I go through because I want people to be better people. And maybe I learned something that you haven't learned, or maybe because you heard it from me, you'll go and try to help yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've always been like that. So like you just said, Rob, it's not a maturity thing because I've always been a guy to give out information or help. But man, this shit is just different, bro. It's different.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I've always been a gatekeeper with certain shit. Like I ain't got no problem with sharing shit if you're at the level to capitalize on what I'm about to share with you.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to share
Yeah.
something with
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
fumble it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I stopped working with local artists for a long time, for a long time. And then in 2019, a local artist had come along, and it I don't want to say it piqued my attention because I ignored it for a long time. Because I was like, when I was living in California, like I was working at a dispensary, I was doing security at a dispensary. I didn't give a fuck about music anymore. I was getting paid good money to carry a gun and smoke weed. Like that's what I was literally getting paid to do. So I didn't give a fuck about rap music. Like, oh well, you know. But then when I got back into it, um, I kind of guarded that artist. I just for a simple fact that the pandemic was happening, and it kind of changed the whole plans of what everything
Mhm.
was supposed to be. And I was still working in a world of music that didn't really exist anymore. So, but anybody that's worked with me know that like I I don't gatekeep if you know what to do with it, but I'm not gonna fucking waste my time to watch you fail. And then because if you give somebody the sauce, but they can't fucking recreate it, they don't get mad at themselves. They get mad at you.
That's a fact.
Now here's a question. Now you're saying you never gatekeep, but me, I have always been even in high school. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, can you write a paper for me?" Okay, which grade do you want? You know what I'm saying? You want
Yeah.
an A that's 40, that you want a B that's 30, you want a C that's
Yeah.
20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's good.
if I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help myself in that situation. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
here's the thing.
So
Here's the thing. I've worked in music a long time. You know, for the most part, it's basically since about 1997, 98. So summer '98, basically. But it's not about the money. I'm not going to gatekeep. Like the gatekeeping isn't necessarily about me coming up either. You know, off of somebody else or whatever. It's not to sound fucking cheesy, but it's for the love of the culture. You know, it's what it is. You know, I definitely put way more money
yeah,
into the
and
industry
see,
than I've gotten out
and
over the
then
years.
that's the love. That's the love. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely got love, but if there's an opportunity where, we can both come up and you can come up with the information I provide or something like that, I'm gonna try
Well,
to
yeah,
get what
I'm
I
always down
can.
for partnerships, but it's here's the
Or
thing.
not.
There's no. I see these artists get artists, singers, rappers, singers, band singers, whatever, metal player, bass player, whatever genre
What the
that
fuck
you
are
do.
you saying, goofy ass?
There's all types of
Yeah.
fucking different angles that they're being bombarded with nowadays. Okay, there was a long time where even if you had money, you really couldn't do music because it was such a closed in
Click.
industry,
Yeah.
and the way the industry, the digital revolution, technological revolution has changed everything upside down over and over and over so many times over the last 35, 40 years,
Yeah.
that it's so easy now. Like my greatest analogy that I always compare it to is you got a better chance of going to buy a lottery ticket and hitting the
No, you're right.
lottery than you do with having a hit song. Everything's so watered down.
Are you back?
Everything is so oversaturated.
Yeah.
Nobody stands out anymore.
No,
There's no way to stand out. Because if you
bro.
stand out, you're the weird one. And why the weird one is being good, not in the beginning, it's not. They come back around later on and like, oh yeah. And by that time, it's
Hey,
not even the weird one anymore.
yeah, that's
But everybody
today
else
shit.
is
You're right. That's today. Because growing up, like you said, bro, everybody sounded different. Like nobody wanted to sound the same. Nobody damn near could sound the same. Like y'all bugging. Like there's no way. Bro, it's people from New York who sound like they from Atlanta, people from Atlanta that sound like they from Philadelphia, from people from
And
Philadelphia.
music
sound like
was
they
more
from
timely.
Chicago.
You know,
Because
we
everybody
got an
knew-
album every 2-3 years. Now
This
you
shit
get
is
an album
crazy.
every 6,
Yeah.
11 months.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's, we don't sit on it anymore. It's like we listen to it for 3 to 5 months. It's like, all right, give me some more.
Yep, it's like dope, bro.
The attention
That's-
span is just like
It's
non-existent.
not. But me personally, like I like to go back to the music that like the best music is the music you remember or the music you know the
Yeah.
lyrics to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the best music.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, but I go back to these like feelings. Like sometimes I put on that "Get Rich or Die Trying." As soon as I hear "G Unit," whoa, we in here, whoa, that should just take me somewhere else. Like you feel me? Like that should take me somewhere. Like so
we equate the music that we grew up with. We equate to the memories that happened when that music was popular.
Yeah.
So when we listen to some old music, same reason why the old school motherfuckers be listening to the classic rock been around forever.
Yeah.
Right now in every city, there's a classic rock station.
Facts.
There's a
We're not
throwback
gonna-
R&B and hip hop station as well.
The music that's getting made right now is not going to be on a classic station ever. 'Cause
Never,
it's
ever,
so fucking,
ever.
it's
It
so
might-
fucking disposable.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It won't be ever on a classic radio station, but it'll probably be on like a 2020 the 20s type shit station.
It'll be a
But it won't-
throwback in 20 years.
But it'll never be called classic music though.
They got that old school radio station
yeah.
and they play shit from the 80s, 90s.
Well,
early
music was
2000s,
still kind of timeless.
and they go into like 2009s, right? They do.
Yeah. Right. You look fucking faded as fuck right
That's the old school radio station you talk about, right?
In LA, yeah, K-Day.
Call a cab. Yeah, it's
This music that they're making now, it will never be
Listen.
labeled as classic.
yeah, no.
Oh,
it'll
let me say,
take a
hold
while.
on. Let me
It'll
take
take
that
a
back.
while.
There's a few artists that's making classic music.
In 20 years, nobody's gonna be like, "Yo, play that Young Boy."
Yes, they are.
Play that
I
Ice
don't think so.
Spice.
No, they
Ice
won't.
Spice,
think so.
never.
They
I don't think so.
won't play. I promise they won't say it.
I don't think so because
I
half
thought
of
it was
them
really
aren't
good.
gonna remember the shit because they're all on fucking drugs.
That's a fact. But see, here's the thing.
Young Boy
Though
is timeless.
I think it's some artists that we're gonna remember.
That's why
In like it's probably 5 artists that will have songs that will relate that these kids growing up now in the 2000s will refer back to when they are age 35, 36. And I know Young
That
Boy is one.
extension guy, he passed away. Is that his name?
XX Extension. I don't know
Yeah,
about him,
yeah.
but I know
Yeah,
I know for a fact these kids gonna come back to
He's
NBA
big.
Young Boy. They're gonna come back to Little Baby. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna always come back to Drake. You feel me?
Gonna come back to
Of
Dirk.
course.
They gonna come back to Dirk.
He's
They
the
gonna come
king.
back to Future. They might come back to 21 Savage. These guys is the ones that's don't forget about the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's. And we talking about this time, like these songs that these guys are making. But like I said, it's less than 10 artists.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna be considered classic music 20 years from today.
Yeah, I
personal
think
opinion.
classic has been redefined and watered down a
Do
lot
Lil Wayne
too.
got classic music?
I believe
Yes.
he does. From Go
Yes.
DJ to The Block Is Hot to Bling Bling, and
There's a
that's
couple
all
in there,
classic.
yeah, definitely a couple in there. Definitely a couple in there for sure.
Yeah.
But it's of course it's all subjective. There's going to be a few artists that are always going to be a consensual top tier artist type shit. But it's as we go on, it just gets more disposable and diluted.
Just watered down.
No,
man. It
we
sucks,
we
honestly.
were talking
And
about this earlier today. We were talking about Young Boy's fucking contract.
Okay.
He got a shit load of money. Like he got like $40 million. Here's $40
This
million.
is his most recent contract, or you talking about his first contract?
No, his most recent one.
Okay, go.
So he gets this big contract, and it's like, bro, it's gonna be a long time before that contract's fulfilled because he don't make physical sales. he did 50,000, 55,000 of his last album. You know, Dirk did 150. He don't tour.
Kick that ass.
He tours a tiny bit, not much, because A, he's still on house arrest.
200, 300,000 a show though for sure.
B, he can't tour like that because nobody wants to book him because they're afraid the place is going to get shut up.
Damn.
And you don't really have merch that sells like that.
Very true.
You know how long it's going to take for him to pay Atlantic back off a stream?
You know, this whole time he hasn't made $1 off of his YouTube.
No, he can't.
And you know he's the #1 artist on YouTube, so you know
Yeah.
I don't know how much they pay you per million and shit like that, but I know he's getting that big money like Justin Bieber off of YouTube. And for him not to be able to touch $1 of it, it comes because of the contract that he signed, getting all that fucking money up front. But see, you got to think about this too. Like, you know, some of these guys, like you would think Birdman would step in like, hey nephew, let me get these lawyers in here and get you a better deal than what you're doing or whatever like that. But these niggas is capitalizing off of these guys. It's only people like a Nipsey Hussle or a Young Dolph that's going, or even like the dude Sauce Walker that's really going to step you into this independent game to where you can really make your motherfucking coins and you can really direct your own traffic and set your own tempo. And
I mean,
you know,
in a
these
situation,
niggas just gonna take your money and give you a bunch of, money and fuck you.
It made sense because like he can't get money off touring like that. You know, he did a couple shows.
Mm-hmm.
And the demand just wasn't there.
The demand?
Yeah, the demand for the shows aren't there.
Oh.
He's a streamer.
He on a different title now.
And the way the shit went with the last album drop, you know, there was all this hype about, you know, between him and Dirk, between these last two albums that were dropped. And Dirk fucking bodied them by almost 100,000 copies.
Yep. It's a different time now, you know. Even though, like I said, he's the #1 streamer on YouTube, it's still a different climax now because 2-3 years ago, Dirk couldn't even motherfucking compete with Young Boy, bro. Young Boy was gonna blow any and everybody out the water. His shows was booked. He was going crazy. I'm talking about little top area. That top area around when he was doing top and shit.
It's just a cycle. It's the cycle.
And now
you know,
he's at the downward cycle.
You can go all the way back to, you know, whoever. You can go back to Run DMC if you want.
Well, let me tell you how it's about to get bad for them, though. Because here's the thing. Even we can talk Run DMC. When Run DMC started declining, what they do? Rock this way. They're going to connect with a motherfucker that's already moving. Now you think about Dirk. When he started declining, who he get a song with? Drake. That's going to catapult your ass back up. Don't nobody want to fuck with Young Boy. So it might be bad for him because he ain't got nobody in his corner that's going to help him catapult back up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might be in a bad position, to be honest with you, especially with this new deal taking all that money, bro. Like, you probably just put yourself in a really bad deal because, you know, with this music shit, it's up, it's down. And
well, he looks at it as his $40 million. You know, he don't look at it as and he don't got it. Yo, I get this $40 million and I can't, you know, I'm on house arrest anyway. And not only, you know, I mean, he got conditions where he could travel for shows and certain shit, but he don't want to go there because he runs his mouth.
And you got to remember, the boy is motherfucking institutionalized at this point.
Yeah.
For real. He's
like
a fucking dog. He's like a dog with an invisible collar on.
Yeah, the kids, the kids, yeah. He's
with an invisible collar on. So anytime he go too far, that motherfucker collar shock his ass.
Dropped on his head as a child, as they used to say.
Yeah. But he's genius. He's genius. But he's still genius. It's still a genius somewhere inside of him to where that boy got a lot of motherfucking music. He done dropped a lot of motherfucking projects. Even though his business is bad, you can't take away from the artistry of it, you know?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that business is bad because at that time, it was his best option.
Yeah.
He was facing all those charges, a bunch of.
Yeah.
He needed bread.
Yeah. It's like every time every time it's time to sign that deal, it's back in the corner. So he has to do whatever he got to do. It's like you can't even use your leverage at that point.
What he's not expecting is his cycle is almost over. You know, so you're getting, you know, that YouTube streaming money ain't shit, bro. YouTube don't pay shit at all, whatsoever. you know, and people aren't on Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal, you know, streaming them like that. So
Damn.
it's that's so he's on the hook until basically all this streaming money pays fucking Atlantic back. And
Because
until then,
he ain't gonna hit the streets and get the money for him.
you know, and you know, it's
Mm.
but it's disposable music, bro.
It is.
It's
You can wipe
I-
your ass with this new music, man.
I listened to one of his songs in its entirety like 2.5 weeks ago. Like I was sitting on my brother's couch. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, let me play this video. And like 37 seconds into this motherfucking thing, I was like, I have not understood one thing he has said at all.
Yeah, I believe that.
I'm like, what is going on? Like, what are these kids listening to?
I don't know, bro. But this
And
shit
you
is-
know what? I try not to be I try not to think of it as I'm being like the you know, like when I was growing up, like my uncles and some of my older cousins, they're like, oh, hip hop is just this rap music is just here, you know, momentarily, you know, blah blah blah. Like, but I'm getting to that age where, you know, hip hop's so big now that there's multiple genres of it, you know,
Mhm.
and there's just certain genres that I'm like, this genre is just not for me. And while like whatever rap I listened to wasn't for my cousins or my uncles or whatever, you know, these new genres, you know, of rap or hip hop or whatever, you know, it's branched off from, whatever you want to call it, it's not for me. You know,
And the thing
it's
that's pissing me off is this, Phil. Every other week is a new song on an old song. That sounds like an old song. It's a new song.
and
Yeah.
some of
You
these
still-
people don't even know that the old songs even exist.
exist, dog. Like I
Like,
could, like
hey, what's that bitch? That bitch is hey, sorry, bitch. I don't mean it in a mean way. Young lady, the young lady's name with the area code song.
oh yeah. I see. I don't know her name. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about. She talking about different
She had
area
no
codes. and shit.
idea that fucking
That came
Ludacris.
from
Oh,
Ludacris.
that's
Ludacris.
Ludacris's song.
Yeah, she had no
And you know
idea.
who's doing this shit? Fucking Iceberg is Hitmaker, bro.
Yeah,
Nigga, Hitmaker is
Yeah,
doing this
fuck
shit,
it.
bro. All the songs that was popping when he was growing up or whatever, he remaking them and he putting them under new artists, and these
he's
fuckers
not
is
remaking
dropping this shit.
shit, but yeah,
He trying to get his lick back, little punk ass motherfucker.
he got his little stable of 3-4 producers, and he's like, "Yo, make this shit," and then he's like, "Produced by me."
Exactly. But let me tell y'all the truth, bro. That's how all of the excuse me, I'm sorry if I'm yelling.
Yeah,
That's how all of these fucking producers do this shit, dog. Like
the newer
I
ones.
lived in
Yeah.
Atlanta for 6 years, and I was blessed enough to be around the eardrummers, which is Mike Will made it. Ray
Yeah,
Sherman.
yeah.
I used to be in a studio with this guy named A Plus. A Plus is this hidden fucking producer that be in the studio all the time. And when I say A Plus got fucking smackers, bro, right? So I used to come in the studio, I'd just be sitting there smoking weed all night, and he'd just be making beats. I'd be like, yo, bro, let me get one of these bitches. He's like, bro, I can't. I'm like, why? He like, man, Mike told me just keep making beats. Mike will he told me just keep making beats, bro. I can't give them out. I just got to keep making beats. This man produced Turn on the Lights. This man produced hella shit for Rick Ross. This man that produced hella shit for commercials, everything. At the beginning of it, it says eardrummers, and then it says Mike Will made it. So if it ever says eardrummers first before it just says Mike Will made it, that means one of the eardrummers has made it. And this dude named A Plus is an eardrummer. This dude is a motherfucking monster. But you'll hear Mike Will made it. These niggas been doing this shit since the beginning of time.
Oh yeah.
Since the beginning of time, these super A-list producers that we see and we hear have always had super talented team around them that don't get the credit they probably deserve. They probably get BMI credits and, you know, ASCAP credits for their names being on certain projects so much. They probably get writers' accounts and all this different shit. But when it comes out to the mainstream, they don't get no type of light. So shout out to my boy.
I don't think there for you anyway either.
That's what I've always loved about that's what I always loved about Dre. Like Dre's been always been like, yo, if I didn't do it, Mike Elizondo did it, or Scott
Right.
Storch did it,
Right.
or Hitman did it.
Gotta do like,
Oh.
man, these people crazy. You gotta do that, dog.
Yep.
That's why it's important for me to say, yo, if it wasn't for indie, I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't. That shit is important, bro. Isn't it? These niggas, you say that around these new, they be like, oh, you riding dick, bro. Like, well, you, no, bro. Like, you gotta give praise where it comes from in order to even grow. And man,
So as we're on the topic of fucking contracts and sales and shit like that, Billboard has changed the way they're doing a couple things. They're no longer going to count digital download singles from artists' web stores towards the Hot 100, which started on June 30th. So basically, if you're selling your single SCO on your own website, they're not counting those as towards being able to chart, which I could kind of see because that could be manipulated. You could lie.
very true. Very
You
true.
could be like, yo, these motherfuckers just,
Very
I
true.
sold fucking 3,484 fucking copies on my website.
Very true.
So I could kind of see that.
That's Master P. That's how Master P got on, y'all.
Yeah.
At his own record store, he was just scanning the fucking his own CD 100,000 times, y'all.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
There's a
all
group.
he did.
There's a Gary group that bought a bunch of shit too.
Yeah,
But-
same situation. So
Yep,
they just
same
basically
thing.
saying you can't buy no ant farm and we can't count
Yep.
your motherfucker. So what platform does it have to be on?
Basically, any DSP.
Okay.
Yeah, any other DSP, anything that's basically registered, probably.
Got you.
Here's another one. Billboard will count limited fan packs and merch bundles that have physical albums towards the 200 chart starting this summer, which started the other day on June 30th.
So what's that, like the deluxe package that these artists be selling?
Basically, shit like Griselda does. Every time Griselda drops a project, or even who else does it? Griselda does it. Fucking Insane Clown Posse always used to do it, but they'll be like, "Yo, here's your digital fucking download. Here's a T-shirt. Here's a
it's like
fucking
a package.
vinyl and shit like that." So if you got a physical, like a CD, a cassette, or a vinyl in that merch pack, they'll count that towards the
That's dope.
Billboard
Okay, I
200.
got you.
Yeah. So
I ain't
that's
gonna
two
lie, at
little
this point, I
things
think
there.
I want everything physical, bro.
There's the physical game's coming back.
Yep.
Because, for example, it's Metallica sells so much vinyl that they bought a vinyl pressing plant in Virginia. They're like, it makes sense for us to have our own plant. They sold over 1 million copies last year between all their albums of vinyl alone.
Yeah, that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I just think vinyl is something that's gonna be here to the end of time, bro.
Yeah,
Because
it has its
stigma
phases.
somewhere.
It'll go in and out and shit like that,
Yeah.
But
Enigma,
it's really hot again. But there's a price behind it, Like there's if you're not selling them, you have to sell them between like 45 and 60, 65 bucks
damn.
to make any type of profit.
I'm with you.
And that's even a small margin, because really like everything done for like 100 pieces of vinyl, your case, your graphics, all that shit, you're talking about that's going to cost you $1,700. And that's before you even you ship anything out to the people buying the shit. That's just you getting it.
Yeah, this shit ain't no joke, man.
And
it
then
take money to invest in. It take money to make money, y'all.
Yes,
Don't ever
but
forget that shit, yo.
since vinyl has made a comeback and is so popular again, there's it could take 6-7 months for you to get the project.
That's crazy.
So that's why you see a lot of vinyl only drops. Like they'll sell vinyl once the vinyl sells out, like 6 months after all the vinyl sells out, then they'll put it on streaming platforms, shit like that. You just gotta be creative nowadays. You gotta know your market.
I'm telling you, like this type of shit, like, that shit means so much, bro. Like, I think people are starting to understand the value of quality shit. Like I see, like I used to watch this shit on Netflix where it's like, this guy was selling like throwback concert t-shirts, retro t-shirts, like like that. He's selling these for like $1,200 though.
Yeah.
Old Tupac shirts and DMX concert t-shirts and $1,200 for that.
Yeah.
Shit. So I think value is coming back too. Like the value in certain value will never leave. It's just people.
No, it comes and goes in cycles.
Yep,
Yeah, I've already seen shit from the early '80s. I'm an '80s baby. So I've seen shit from the '80s already come and go in and out of style twice in my lifetime.
Right.
So it's you just got to be. It's with everything else. As much as they like to tell you, all your hard work's going to pay off. That's not the truth. You could work your ass off, 24/7, 365, and that's not going to guarantee anything. It's you got more of, better chance of being in the right place at the right time.
Yes, sir.
But having that having that work ethic and that tenacity to keep going is what's going to keep you up there once you're at the right place at the right time.
Because it's billionaires and millionaires that get up and go to work every day.
Yes. So let's Bianca should be ready for this. We usually do this at the end of the show, but we're gonna do this right now and see. Let's get it going. It's a segment we do here, there, and everywhere. 5 random questions with Miss Bianca Tate. Here's what happens. Bianca makes a list of questions. She asks this list of questions. We tell you answers to the questions. And that's basically it. So without further ado, that's not the right. Question number 1.
Question number 1. When was the last time you apologized?
Oh, sure. I actually apologize all the time. The people that I need to apologize to won't listen to an apology at the current time, so I still gotta wait. But yeah, I'm whether just because you're ready to apologize, don't mean everybody's ready to accept or listen to your apology.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody heals at their own rate, and everybody realizes they may have, what they fucked up at a certain rate. So some people don't realize they need to apologize ever.
That's true.
But yeah, I apologize all the time. Last time I probably apologized was probably like 2-3 weeks ago. No, last week. I apologized last week.
Me? I apologize every single day for something.
He's like, I'm married. Shit,
married, man. But I'm trying to get out of the I'm sorry, because I'm not no sorry ass nigga. You got me fucked up. I do apologize, but I'm not sorry. I ain't no sorry person. So I apologize every day, but I try to get it to where apologies aren't needed.
There you go. What about you, Bianca?
Mm-hmm. I probably do so every day. I'm sure my kids do something where I feel that they should have not done, like cleaning up after themselves. Clean up after yourself. So when I see the mess, I'm like, you're supposed to clean up. And I will snap off, but then maybe 30 minutes later, I'm just like, look, I meant what I said, but I apologize in the manner I said it,
Okay.
So I do that daily.
What about you?
I'll never apologize. I mean,
that sounds about Skurlock right there. That sounds about Skurlock.
Apologizing for. You couldn't accept and feel the whole motherfucking well, get dealt with.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Question number 2.
I like this.
Question number 2. Okay, so I'm having a conversation with a man, and
male man.
No, I was having a conversation with a man. Sorry.
Okay. That's a male.
And There you go.
A man
And
who says he's a male. Okay, go.
so he was basically saying single black women are, I guess, effing themselves over because they won't submit to men. Someone saying you women. The question was, well, what can men do to who find themselves in those situations? You gentlemen is. What is something you would encourage your male counterparts to do to kind of try to have a nice relationship? What advice would you give them? Or what could they work on themselves within their relationship?
Listen, let it go. Shit. Remove yourself from that situation, dog.
Don't be cheating on your wife
Unless you have to.
unless you have to.
If you want to keep the relationship happy.
Oh shit!
You said so. What's my opinion to a black man saying that black women don't submit to black men? That's why they're mostly single. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It was kind of bullshit conversation, but I felt it. I was just entertaining it.
yeah, it's
Like,
cool.
that's
Me
interesting.
personally, I believe when it come down to being in a relationship, you should be with a person who y'all already have an understanding of who each other are and what y'all want to grow and shit like that. Because if y'all don't have that understanding or trying to build that, y'all might as well stay single and build your own shit.
For
So
real.
a woman that you're really going, I'm not going to try to be in a relationship with any kind of woman or any woman that, anything, period. If it's a woman with too much attitude and she like me, I'm just fucking. If it's a woman who work at the liquor store or whatever, I'm going to get some liquor. If it's, I deal with the woman how she deal with me, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman who isn't already submissive to me and where I have to say, you need to be more submissive. I'm not going to even put myself in a position with a woman like that because I know that's not the type of woman. I don't want no woman that's truly submissive to the point where I'm like, she just anything you want. But I also want a woman who going to stand up for herself and put me in direction too. Like, I don't want no submissive ass woman that ain't going to say shit or defend herself. So, it depends on what you want. Like, some niggas like woman to be so submissive. He tell her what to do. He know where she go. He got a track on the phone. Some people different. I ain't never been like that, So I guess it just go for who you are type shit, But if I'm gonna get in a relationship with a person, she's gonna be submissive enough already to be in my relationship with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That is leads
People
us.
be getting in relationships for no reason, bro. Like, motherfucker get out of one relationship and get in another relationship and then get in another relationship. I'm like, bro, slow down, look in the mirror and figure out why do you keep jumping in different relationships, bro? Like, for real. Like, it's like a person who buy a new car every tax season. You buy a new car every tax season because you only spend $1,000 to $1,500. Spend
Exactly.
$3,000, $4,000. You can keep a car 2-3 years. Like, it's just all in what you into. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Bianca, question number 3.
Yes. Question number 3. What are you watching or listening to that is something new? On my weekend Saturdays, I just do nothing. I sit and binge watch. I watch the same thing over and over again, just so if I fall asleep, I know I'm not missing anything. So what would you suggest that I take a look at or listen to?
I've been watching The Rookie on Hulu because me and the kid were watching it. And then after like halfway through the second season, he's like, "Oh, I'm not watching it. I don't want to watch it no more." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck?" Now I'm invested in these characters. That and The Bear on Hulu.
That's dope.
That's good. Really, that's it right now.
I just watched I watched Air. Have you guys seen Air?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one. That's about Michael Jordan's
That's on
shoes.
Prime, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's not really about Michael Jordan per se. It's really about the Jordan 1, the sneaker itself.
Yeah.
the detail of business. Like I'm a real business head, so his mom was making sure that he gets a portion of every sneaker sold. That shit has never been done before, but they seen it in him to where they give him that, and they was like, okay, so what? The most we ever sold was what, 1 million sneakers? Okay, what, he get 300,000? Okay, cool. That man sold like $1.8 billion in like 3 years type shit.
It was crazy.
So for him to get a percentage of all that shit was amazing. That was a dope movie I seen recently, and then I seen Flaming Hot last night. Y'all seen that?
Not yet.
Yeah, I saw it. I loved it.
Right there,
I loved it.
I've been watching some different shit on TV. I've been loving a lot of different shit, bro. I be trying to just click on shit.
We could definitely watch it.
Flaming Hot.
Yeah.
Great movie,
Yeah,
bro. That shit is like inspiring to me, bro. Like, when you see
it's a
people
nice
like
family film.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a good movie.
Nice family film.
I'll watch it again.
All right, Bianca. Question number 4.
Okay, question number 4. What is one of your favorite 4th of July memories?
Oh, shit.
Favorite 4th of July memory. Oh, man.
I'll start. Whoever my godparents, they used to go to the post on the east side, right? The VFW post. So there would be a parade in Gary every year. So either we would be in the parade or somebody stayed by Tolliston and we would just do firecrackers all day, like fireworks and stuff across the street at the park, and then go back to the house or whatever. So I would say those. And cookouts with all these name brand pops, definitely cookout memories. So there you go. Or Wildwoods.
Man, it's been, I've been, I don't know. There's been different 4th of Julys that I like because of the era that it was in.
Oh shit, 4th of
So
July.
I just hit him. He just remembered.
But it's I can't remember a last one that like I enjoyed. Like last 4th of July, I just had been getting over COVID. COVID had hit the whole house. Like everybody in the house had rolling COVID. And then I got COVID. I got it and I tested positive like fucking 11 days in a row. Like it would just not go away. So last 4th of July wasn't really anything. I had a 4th of July when I lived in New York. I lived in Niagara Falls for a while. It was a pretty cool 4th of July. We had like a little 4th of July party at the house. Got all fucked up and shit. And that stands out to me because it was a whole group of people that I never in my life thought I would ever encounter. I moved out there and I met these people because they worked with one of my friends. So I met all of them through him, and they're just like upstate New York is a different place. I just say that, okay? So they're a very weird group of individuals, but not in a bad way. They're all cool in their own weird individual way. Very extremely weirdly white, which I wasn't really ever used to in my life.
Right.
So the first like month or 2 I was out there, it was very weird getting used to. But then it was just like anywhere that I, like being out in Vegas, I just kind of drank and sat back and people watched, and then they were fucking hilarious. But yeah, it's I had a real good 4th of July out there, and I don't know, like I got over the whole firework thing relatively young, so I didn't really care about the fireworks. And I mean, other than that, it's just
watching, I guess.
Fucking trying not to get too drunk before the fireworks, or getting drunk early enough where you can get to nap in before the fireworks. That's the older you get. That's what Valentine's Day. That's
not
what
eating too
all
much
about.
where you fall asleep on the couch before the fireworks.
Yeah.
Don't
get the itis.
July's over. Yeah. So it's
miss everything.
The older you get, it's kind of like with any holiday. You know, holidays have a different meaning the older you get. You know, even like Christmas and Halloween and shit. Even if you got kids, you know, those are special holidays for the kids and shit like that. But for you, it's a little different. It went from enjoying the company of the people you're around to trying to please the little terrorist child you have, or
Facts.
just you're an adult, you got to fucking work or some shit. You know, it's not exactly
Holiday
what
pay.
it used to be. Yeah. And if you don't come from a close knit family, then it's even fucking weirder. When I moved to Vegas, my first Christmas in Vegas was fucking weird. I moved to Vegas in 2001. So my first Christmas was December 2001. And it was just so fucking weird because even though my mom was out here, it was just my mom. And like Christmas was always my grandma's thing. Like my grandma was like, it's her favorite holiday. You know, she would go all out with decorations. She'd max out all her credit cards for presents, you know, and shit like, and spend the rest of the year paying the shit off just to do it all over again. But I come out here, it's not cold like that. There's no fucking snow, and it was just like, I was like, man, this is fucking weird, you know. But yeah, but definitely probably like some teenage 4th of Julys were probably pretty cool, but I can't really remember those because there was a lot of fucking Mad Dog 2020 involved and shit.
Wow.
All right, Mad Dog. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
but probably my first 4th of July in California was probably my most favorite 4th of July of all time. I was on we spent a day cooking out like on rooftop of a high rise overlooking like downtown San Diego and Petco Park. And then after the cookout, we walked down to Seaport Village, which is a big area right on the ocean. They got a bunch of shops and restaurants and shit like that. And you all just congregated down there with thousands upon thousands of other people as fucking they shoot off fireworks over San Diego Bay as it gets dark. But that was pretty dope. That was probably the best one because even though there was a lot of people there, it didn't feel overcrowded. It was California, which is everything's better in fucking California. But yeah, that's for all that I could think of. That was probably my favorite.
Fucking most memorable 4th of July was in Indianapolis, and my cousin and her husband went like on a cruise ship, and she left me an excursion and an expedition and like $300, and then I got 3 little girl cousins, all they friends. I got all of this situation on before. So I'm in Indianapolis and I'm like 19, so I'm trying to fuck everything and shit like that, right? So
He's trying to bust his own fireworks.
You understand me? So I'm trying to make my own damn fireworks, exactly. So my cousin's running the house. Reese, the dude next door just popped fireworks in Deja face. He just popped in Deja face. I'm like, oh hell no. So I get up, I go outside, and these little dudes out there. And I'm like, yo, it's 4th of July. Just have a good time, man. Get up out of here. Y'all have a good time. They're like, yeah, but who you think you is though? Coming out here like you tough. I'm like, all these little dudes on bikes and shit. I'm like, man, get y'all little ass up out of here. Like, tough though, motherfucker. Dude hop off the bike, run in my face. When he run in my face, I didn't care how old he was, boy. That motherfucker, he pushed me, and I hit him. And when I hit him, I grabbed him and went to throw him into the car. When I threw him into the car, I snapped my knee, and I felt it instantly. So after I snapped my knee and I threw him into the car, I ran up on him, limped up on him, hit him with the left, and that was the last punch of the fight. I'm so happy it was. So after I hit him, I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, get y'all ass up out of here. Yeah. Nigga, I walk, and then I go in the house. I go to one of my little white girlfriends' houses because, you know, in Indianapolis, every nigga got 13 white girlfriends.
Yep.
I wonder why Indy don't live in Indianapolis.
He been through them already.
Oh, shit.
Bro, I had about 20 white girlfriends in Indianapolis. I didn't even think black girls liked me when I moved to Indianapolis, bro. I'm telling you the truth. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm just telling you the truth, bro. So nigga, I went to my little white girlfriend house, laid down. My knee was bigger than a fucking soccer ball, bro. And went to the hospital and all that. Then they start giving me all these pills. This one I got hooked on like pain pills and shit. I was hooked on pain pills. I was drinking Tuss. I was smoking weed. I was fucked up. So I'm so high and I forget that my knee fucked up. And this one I was a rap god. I would just rap everywhere. So I'm freestyling this white girl house. I'm freestyling. Da, 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 da. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Da, 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 right? Bro, I go to leave. I finish my rhyme. Boom. Close the door. Forget my leg fucked up. Go to step down the stairs and step on my bad leg, fall down all the steps. So just imagine me talking shit, close the door, and you hear boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that was like my most memorable. Man, I hit every step going down, nigga, thinking I was the shit.
And your knee was still fucked up.
Knee was fucked up. I was so high of drugs and pills and shit. I forgot my knee wasn't fucked up. Man, I went to take that step. As soon as I stepped, it gave out. I hit every boom, 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 fell down every step. So that was my most memorable 4th of July. But
what's your most
one of the
memorable
best
4th?
4th of July's was like when my daughter was probably like 5 or 6. Me and my wife went out to Lansing, Illinois, and they have like this big ass firework display and shit. And, you know, just taking the family to do shit like that. They say July is Black Family Month. You know.
Okay.
What about you? What's your most memorable 4th of July?
Doesn't mean just because it's memory was good.
For sure.
I have a couple.
No.
Okay, what's your favorite 4th of July?
It doesn't have to be happy. I mean, you know,
Yeah, ours are all fucked up.
whatever you
Who
like
wants
to share.
okay.
One was like the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know how the theme song start?
Okay, yeah.
But mine was a gun jammed in my stomach.
Oh shit.
But I was already moving to LA anyway, though. But that was funny. Not funny, though. But that's how I believe it. But then my second one is I was off of LSD at the top of the Cosmopolitan Hotel in the balcony. High as shit. During COVID when the clubs was closed, so we couldn't do shit but party.
Wow.
Outside type shit.
I got drunk with LSD too, so that was 1 and 2 and 3, and I was tripping all over the motherfucker. Motherfucker, the pictures on the wall was talking to me.
Wow.
I was
Taking
the
mushrooms
hotel
like
was
the last month.
hotel was haunted. Looking in the magazines and the book, they got these books of like these Asian cartoon characters like fucking other Asian cartoon characters. And oh my gosh, I couldn't leave the balcony for one point. I tried to walk out the room, got scared as hell, and ran back in the room. Yeah, I think
Hey,
I
man,
was
that shit sound fun to me.
in the morning. Tripping my balls off, drinking gallons of liquor, opening up champagne in the fucking refrigerator that costs $500 for the little champagne bottle, taking it to the balcony, just squirting the shit over the balcony like a man. Because I'm high off of LSD.
Damn, bro, that sounds fun as hell.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, question number 5.
Question number 5. Observation that I had. So when I went to the Juneteenth event in Maryville, it was a mostly Black event. They did have a live band there. Good music, good singing, but I saw no one getting up and dancing. Which I thought was very weird because I'm just like, they got space for that. It was kind of hot, but you know that it's a summer event. But where I stay in a very suburban neighborhood, there was a music festival, Black band playing, singing, people just up and dancing. So then I took this observation from the BET Awards. There was more just holding the phone and not engaging with the artist or the performance and things like that. So my question is what is that about? Are we Black people just too cool for school to, let loose and enjoy what's going on in front of them?
You know, ain't in the hood trying to dance over because
People
might get shot or some shit.
People are more worried about having everybody else know they're in a moment rather than enjoying the moment that they're in.
Motherfuckers just ain't trying to get caught slipping.
Like the event was not. It was a secure event. Okay, they could have been up and doing their thing and dancing and enjoying themselves. You know what I'm saying?
But that event was really for younger people. The people, the only people that's gonna get up and dance is people in their like mid 30s, early 40s, late 40s, late 50s. Those type of people go get up and enjoy the actually atmosphere, or like Rob said, what they're living in right there. We gonna enjoy the moment. These younger kids, they only gonna dance they only dance 8 seconds, which is the TikTok thing. Whenever that TikTok cut off, that's all the dancing they gonna give you.
That's their attention span right there.
And as soon as it go
That's
off,
crazy.
that's all the dance you gonna get. That's all the dance you gonna get.
That's crazy.
These niggas don't even know how to do the electric slide, man. Like that's a 3-minute dance. God damn it, these niggas is dancing for 8 seconds and that's it. For real, these kids ain't, man.
But it also depends on where you're from, the area. They dance in Florida, they dance, certain other states.
That's true too. And then it's what they dancing to. You got an old nigga with a guitar. Them young boys ain't coming out to dance. But if
I think
Season was out there, different.
But they do got this things going on now saying that the city with the niggas that dance the most is most killers. The killers be dancing.
You go to Memphis, niggas dancing and killing.
On Mama's, Philly, they dancing out there. Florida, Miami, they dancing out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Chicago,
and it's what they dancing to, because those events you talking about is like they're damn near for white people and older black people. They ain't really for niggas. Just being honest, Rob. Like I know you really can't, say exactly.
I'll ask that question next week.
Yeah. I asked that question last week. Well, that's been another interesting edition of everybody's favorite segment. Thank you, Bianca, as usual.
Enjoy that. I really enjoyed that one, B.
Yeah, that was a good little set of questions.
I didn't want to scare you, Skull. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to scare you.
Oh man, bring it. I ain't scared. This is what I needed. It's very different from what I'm used to, so I need this. I like a lot of shit.
Keep that in mind for next week.
Yeah, there's a couple things. We won't be doing Name That Charge this week because even though I just paid my fucking bill, it's telling me to fucking resubscribe.
StreamYard?
So no, for fucking the newspaper to get to the mug shots.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
yeah. See if it's working out.
Huh?
See if it's working out.
No, I already logged out, re-logged in, and everything. It's just being a little bitch. It's been it feels good to be back, so to speak. We tried for a long time. I was very Hitler-esque in the quest to be consistent every week on the show, and then what happened? My life fell apart instantaneously, and I was the one that couldn't pod. So, but we're back. Everything's. See, look, I just want to click this fucking thing and be like, "Hey, show these fucking pictures." But it's gonna be like, "Hey, pay your fucking bill." Be like, "Hey, I paid my fucking bill." Please subscribe. I just subscribed, so I don't want to do that now. Anyway, but we will. Have you noticed? The show's lineup has changed a few times over the last 2.5 years. It'll continue to change, rolling throughout. I never want the show to end because somebody can't continue, so we're gonna basically have it set up where it's just gonna, if anything, it'll be just a different cast, so to speak. we'll always try to say it, have the same, try to have the same anchors, excuse me. But moving forward, there'll be a little bit different lineup. So you'll see that soon. This is episode 98. We got 99 next week, and we're going to do episode 100, which I wanted to try to do something, big, a big extravaganza or something. But we're all on, we're in different parts of the country. So it's kind of hard to do that right now. And I got other places to travel to coming up. And so Gary is not one of them. So,
Smart man.
yeah. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna be doing Sunday dinner live on location in some nice places coming up soon here. We're gonna introduce a new podcast on the Radio Network coming up soon. Also, more on that in the next few weeks as we finalize everything, name, logo, and all that good shit. You know how my OCD is. But it was good to have Sco here tonight. You guys will be seeing a lot more of him. So, and don't forget that he's just not somebody you can see here on Sunday dinner. He be doing all types of shit, He's a man about town. With as much as work he puts in, he's fucking almost everywhere. I don't even know how he does it. And he got a whole ass family, and his wife don't be fucking drowning him. So he must be doing everything okay.
Yeah, she
That's
ain't left
right.
yet, yo.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife,
Yes.
happy life. Hard work will always get you there. This was a blessing to be here. I'm so happy. I would love to be a part of this show whenever the opportunity presents itself. Y'all just let me know. Landscaping, Young Man Landscaping Company. We service the Northwest Indiana area. 219-302-3642. If you got anything, excuse me, went down the wrong pipe. You got anything that you need done landscaping wise? 219-302-3642. We got I Went In Battle League, new battle coming up soon. Dream Rich TV and the I Am Me podcast 2.0 each and every Wednesday. Get at your boy, man.
I'm trying to. My iPad died, and I'm trying to hit the fucking sound effects.
Thank you for having me, y'all. For real, man.
Hey, shit. Our pleasure. Bianca, where can we find you? You busy
All
as
right. Yo, I gotta stay busy. So
if you be in the group chat, be
tomorrow-
like, I need 48 hours notice because I'm too fucking busy for y'all anymore.
Yeah.
I would like to plan. I have to plan. I had to plan like I
It'll
cooked
be
today,
43 hours
and
till showtime. It should be like, I need 48 hours.
I'm just saying. Anyway, no, tomorrow, if you are in Maryville, Indiana, meet me at Maryville High School at around whenever it gets dark. They're going to have a fireworks show. On Tuesday, 107.3 VIP will be a part of Maryville's 4th of July parade. So I won't be there for that. I'm on the clock getting that holiday pay. So shout out to them for that. You can catch me Monday through Friday on 107.3 VIP. For the midday show, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. You can catch me on WDAV DeVille Radio from 10 until 2 on Thursday nights. I will hopefully be out in the G this weekend for an event in Backstage. Not sure if that's Friday or Saturday, but hopefully I'll be there. And hopefully next Sunday I'll be right here on Sunday Dinner.
Yup.
Okay. Skurlock, where can we find you?
Man, I'm trying to look for my future.
You gonna feel that fire, motherfucker. Looking at me. Look at that fire.
I'm sure I'm motherfucker don't understand.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, Villa Radio presents Sunday Dinner every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And who asked me what time was? Who asked yesterday what time was it you? Yeah. And yesterday we chilling, and this motherfucker was like, he's like, hey, What time? What time is it? 8 Central Time. I was like, 8 p.m., motherfucker. What do you mean? What time is 8? It's 8.
What time is it where you at right now, Bill?
What's up?
What time is it where you at?
We're 2 hours behind, so it's 8:39.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're 2 hours behind. See, during the summer, we switched the time of this show like daylight saving time. During the summer, we start later because people are usually out later on Sundays. And during the winter, they usually come in earlier. Who the fuck wants to be outside when it's cold anyway? So we go back and forth between 7 and 8 o'clock, depending on the time of year. And but yeah, we'll be bringing me and Indy will be doing an episode of Lights Camera Action upcoming soon. Maybe this week, if not this week, next week, we'll get a episode of that out. And be on the lookout. There's going to be a couple new things. We got a new host, formal announcement soon with the flyer and all that shit. I got to do a new intro with my OCD.
Cool, let me get some new hair.
Who did I? Oh, you need some new hair?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Let me know when you need those promos pictures. I got to find some new hair to put on.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So until next week. Oh, excuse me. VillainRadioNetwork.com. That site was down for so long, and I didn't even remember it was down. That's so bad. But the site's back up. You could head there. YouTube.com/VillainRadioPresents. You can watch all previous fucking 98 episodes. Go click like, subscribe, and share. I even got a little fucking graphic for you to fucking watch. Watch this.
Yeah.
And also, I might as well give an update on
That is like the cutest little thing.
the story time with Uncle Bobby book is moving along, but moving a lot slower than I expected. I'm used to sitting here on the show telling, doing a story time with Uncle Bobby segment, and it taken about, 10, 15 minutes, if that. There's a story, and it's in pretty good detail. And then, boom, that's it. Then I'm sitting down to write this book. I fucking make a list of 30 stories, and I was like, boom, let's start writing these stories out. First story, almost 15 fucking pages. What the fuck? This book is going to be fucking, it's going to be a trilogy. Fuck.
A novel.
And this book was supposed to be the first book. Like, I was like, all right, 20 to 30 stories per book. I could probably do like 3 to 5 books throughout my whole life, right? 15 fucking pages for the first story. And the first story is the Zanny rape story. It's actually a story I've never told on Sunday dinner, but it's called Zanny Rape. It involves Xanax and rape. I did not rape anybody, so that is cool. That is very cool. I was the one that was raped. No, I did not.
Can I say this? And I should have asked this, but
What?
I had my 10-year-old. He's starting to ask questions about sex, right?
Okay.
So he asked me, what would I do if he got someone pregnant? So I asked him, I said, well, do you know what that means? Do you know how they get pregnant? So he said no. So I had to actually go through explaining,
Okay.
And then I did bring up that you should say no if you don't want to do anything and they keep on going anyway. That is called rape, and you should not do that to other people or whatever.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that and I'm just like, I just had that conversation.
Yeah, so
Conversation.
I'm not going to tell a story. I'm going to save it for the book. But basically, the name of the story itself is self-explanatory. Zanny Rape. I was 17, I was ditching from school. I was high on alcohol, Xanax, and weed. And we went to go get some more weed from an older lady who sold the weed. And she had taken advantage of me. Actually, you know what? Next week, I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story next week. So she kind of took advantage of me. While I will say this. Had I not been on Xanax, I would not had sexual intercourse with that woman.
I don't believe that.
While she did have a very, very magnificent body, her face looked like it hit every branch of the ugly tree the whole way down.
horrible.
And it was a tall redwood tree with a lot of
That's
branches.
horrible. That's
So-
horrible.
I'll tell a story. That's a long story short. I'll tell a story next week. But the moral of the story is this book's going to be long, and I don't think I could do 20 to 30 stories. Because I was talking to Rome about this about 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Rome took me to the airport last week. Oh, shit. I didn't tell the airport story. Holy shit. Anyway, so Rome takes me to the airport last week, and we're talking on the way to the airport. And we're talking about this situation about like I tell the stories on the show and it's about, 10 to 15 minutes or so. But I write it out and it's a story that takes you a half hour to fucking read. He's like, well, you're a very descriptive person. And, when you talk a lot with your hands and that kind of like, lends to the descriptiveness of what I'm saying. And I can't use my hands when I'm writing. So I got to elongate the story with other descriptive factors, if that makes sense.
You're just gonna have to do about 3 books, 5
Well,
stories apiece.
Well, here's the thing. I already planned on doing 3 books. I figured I could do 20 to 30 stories for each book, and I could do 3, 4, maybe 5 books if I'm pushing it. Because you got to think, there's a lot of stories that I can't even touch on yet because I got to wait for the statute of limitations.
Jeez.
So I maybe shouldn't have said that out loud on live, but whatever. I'm not. It's alleged stuff. I was doing research for a movie.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. So there's that. But anyway, Rome's taking me to the airport. We're talking about that and everything, and then I get to the airport. He drops me off. The whole way to the airport, I'm getting fucking messages, emails saying your flight's delayed. Your flight's not delayed. Your flight's delayed. Your flight's not delayed. Like, first of all, actually, no. This is the second day. The first day, Skurlock's bro fucking hooked it up with a ride, and we get to the airport. It's the same thing. Just delayed. It's not delayed. It's delayed. It's not delayed. I get there. It's delayed. I wait. It's delayed again. I wait. It's canceled. I'm stuck at the airport for like fucking 6 hours because I'm calling people for a ride, but it's fucking Friday or Saturday night. Everybody's fucking wasted already. So I wait till Uber's fucking cheap enough because there was a reggaeton music festival. There was the Taste of Chicago music festival. There's the Liverpool Lemonade Summer Fest. So Ubers from like Midway to Hobart were $180. Normally it's like $60. So I had to wait a long time before the fucking prices got low enough for me to get out of there. Then the next day, Rome's taking me, and the same shit. I'm getting the same fucking emails that the shit's delayed, it's not delayed. It's delayed, it's not delayed. It ended up being delayed 2.5 hours, but I fucking finally got out of there. So every bad thing they say about Frontier Airlines is true.
Damn.
Fuck Frontier as the staff, record label, and if you're down with Frontier, then fuck you too. I did not mean for that to rhyme at all.
Bars.
But I finally got to Vegas after a crazy 2.5 weeks of being like stuck in the 2 and 9. I'm back on the West Coast where we skipped summer and we landed directly in hell this week. So we'll monitor that situation. But thanks for tuning in. This has been episode 98. And for everybody that tuned in tonight, thank you. On behalf of Skurlock, who's been falling asleep for the last 12 minutes, Sko, shout out to Sko, who disappeared. Shout out to Bianca, who turned her camera off because her wig was too tight.
Basically. Untrue.
She's about to get a snatch now.
We love y'all, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.